Hello, people of the internet. All right. This is the WWE Fantasy LOG. And we are here for the usual weekly shenanigans.
I should turn on my camera.
That's usually beneficial.
Now you can see me, people.
We can. So, welcome to the WWE Fantasy LOG. As I said, with me, as always, is Jeff.
Hi.
And over there is Tiff, who unfortunately, due to headset problems, now has neither video nor audio, but she is typing to us in a side Skype conversation to contribute to the podcast, and we are very glad to have her here.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, related to speaking like birthday things, can you mail her a new headset or something?
Yeah, I have to see if I can find her address.
Yeah, go with that.
And she says, hi.
I mean, I'd imagine if you ask Allie, she can get you a discount on one of Fry's.
She doesn't work at Fry's.
Oh, didn't she work at Fry's?
She used to. She quit like a year or two ago.
Oh, where does she work now?
Lowe's.
Oh, okay.
Hardware store.
That's right. I remember hearing that. Okay, my bad. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and proceed with the news, followed by the usual weekly recap of the programming and the scoring of the Fantasy League. As a reminder, we are 1 week away from the greatest stage of them all, that is WrestleMania. So next Saturday night's program will be our go-home program before the big event.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk a little bit about the big event tonight and some things going on in relation to that, but we will get to that in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the news. Oh, do we got news?
I'll just say, not related to WWE, but is current event kind of thing. Is Jesus Christ trolling us? Easter is tomorrow.
Yes.
Which also happens to be April Fool's Day.
Yes.
Is Jesus Christ trolling us?
No.
Because isn't Easter supposed to be the celebration of, it's like, isn't it, it's a celebration of what, like the death of Christ?
Oh, that's right. You're not Christian, are you? Or Catholic, for that matter.
No.
I tend to forget this fact.
Resurrection. Wait, he wasn't resurrected.
Both. It's both.
Oh.
Jesus died on the cross for our sins.
Right.
He was then placed into a tomb, and a boulder was rolled in front of the tomb. 3 days later, the women went to check on him and found that the boulder was removed and that Jesus was gone, and the burial cloths were wrapped up with the cloth from his head in a separate place. And shortly, some of the apostles who went to check it saw the same thing. And shortly later that same day, Jesus appeared to them in their attic that they were hiding in above some dude's house, and proclaimed that I have risen from the dead. This was what was prophesied. You know, it's all good.
Right. Blah, blah, blah. I'm back.
Kind of. I mean, and then of course he ascended into heaven and is seated at the right hand of the Father, as the saying goes in church. Anyway.
Still, the point still stands. It's a celebration of something to do with Christ. Ergo, is he not trolling us by having it on April Fool's Day this year?
His holiday was way before April Fool's Day. I mean, the thing is, Easter doesn't fluctuate that much. It's where the Catholic calendar happens to fall.
Fair enough.
Or Christian calendar, as it were.
And that's our religious tangent for the day.
Please leave your donations with Deacon Batista.
You mean Deacon Trax?
Something like that. Or just bring them to Reverend Devon at the Hall of Fame ceremony next week.
That'll work too.
Anyway, let's go to the news.
Yes.
Let's start off with the WWE champ AJ Styles. What the hell?
AJ Styles.
Clap, 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 clap. Shinsuke is going to beat you at WrestleMania.
Shinsuke never needed your help.
Pretty much.
That's such a great promo, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. But anyway, of course, there's been a lot of rumors flying around the last few weeks that AJ Styles is working through an injury, which is why he hasn't actually, wrestled in the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor flying is apparently it's a sprained MCL in his knee.
Ooh.
Is the rumor. Just a sprain. It's not a tear.
Still a knee injury, and those things are not good.
It is. The feeling apparently still remains that he will be okay to wrestle at WrestleMania, which is why they were protecting him for the last few weeks to give the knee time to heal up so he can at least put on the WrestleMania match. And then if he's got to go have a surgery, he can go have a surgery. Because I don't think he's retaining his title.
I don't know. But if he really is injured and needs to go for surgery, then he's definitely not retaining his title.
Yeah, but it's only a sprain that theoretically shouldn't need surgery. It should just need rehab. So
yeah, or rest.
That too. So we will see.
Although he did take a hell of a bump on SmackDown.
He did. That's true. But that looks like AJ's okay, and that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. Speaking of people suffering from injuries, Shane McMahon.
Yeah, out of nowhere, he Randy Orton this thing.
Yes. So the report was that Shane McMahon was hospitalized with a bout of diverticulitis.
Somewhere Brock Lesnar is laughing.
Yep, earlier in the week, as well as acute diverticulitis specifically, as well as an umbilical hernia.
Ooh.
Yeah, in a New York medical facility. That was earlier this week. That dropped on Monday before Raw went on the air. WWE is booking it as he suffered the injury when he was brutally attacked by Team Cammy, although it's probably not from that.
That's probably why he was brutally attacked by Team Cammy.
Most likely. Anyway, so apparently following the assault, McMahon went to the Caribbean with his family, where he developed a massive infection due to the acute diverticulitis and was hospitalized for several days in Antigua before being flown back to a New York area hospital where he was being treated with heavy antibiotics. They've also discovered that he suffered an umbilical hernia during the attack, which will require surgery once the infection has been eradicated.
So that did come about because of the attack.
We don't know. Like I said, I think they're booking the whole thing because of the attack, but I don't think it's the case.
Well, I could see him getting the hernia because of it.
Well, no, this was on Monday. They reported he had the hernia before. I mean, well, Monday shortly after, but yeah, I don't think so, because if he had the hernia, he would have known it before he went to the Caribbean.
Fair.
Hernias don't just come out of nowhere. You feel it.
Fair.
So, yeah, however, that all being said, apparently Shane is still going to wrestle at WrestleMania next weekend.
So Daniel Bryan's going to have to do all the work?
Well, I guess so. Because like the infection should be abated by then. That's not an issue. Apparently, Shane has decided that for the sake of the one match, he will wrestle through his umbilical hernia and then have a surgery for it after the match. At some point in time. So we wish Shane well and hope that if he does choose to go through with the match, that he knows what he's doing. All right, let's keep rolling right on down the injury train.
Well, that could explain the rumor going around.
What rumor is that, my good sir?
Daniel Bryan's replacement.
Okay.
Did you hear this one?
I believe I have it, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought you'd do it off of this since it's kind of tied into it. Because that could explain why they're looking for someone to do that. Because I would imagine if Bryan is returning to, active duty, as it were.
Yeah.
Then if Shane was okay, I would assume he would just take over full running of SmackDown. But if he's going to be out, then that explains why they're actually trying to heavily find someone to replace him. And the person that's rumored to be replacing him, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's the best choice, WWE.
Okay.
He'll probably come back as red and gold.
I know. I'm just saying. Anyway, yes, Hulk Hogan is reportedly in talks to come back. We will see if that pans out.
Please no.
We will see that. If it does, it likely won't be until after WrestleMania.
Well, obviously.
So, yeah, but if need be, they can keep Daniel in the authority figure role until such time as they have somebody and then bring him fully back to the active roster.
Right.
So we will see. Rolling on the injury train.
If they really need someone, they should just bring back Bischoff.
Yeah.
He'd do it.
Well, he would. There's a lot of people who would do it. That's not the point. Also, Bischoff general manager's Raw. He doesn't settle for second-rate shows. I feel like Bischoff would say that. Anyway. Further injuries. Everybody might have noticed the absence of the SmackDown Women's Champion on last week's SmackDown program.
Yep, and in the Mixed Match Challenge.
And in the Mixed Match Challenge thereafter. And that is because Charlotte was injured. She had to have a dental surgery. Specifically. The plan was she was going to face Natalya on SmackDown and then do the MMC, but obviously neither of those things happened. Apparently the dental problem she's been having has been around for a while, but there was an issue where it for lack of a better term, flared up. And apparently she was backstage at SmackDown despite the dental surgery. It's not expected to impact WrestleMania at all. It's just that they had thought she had it a few days before. They thought she'd be okay for SmackDown, and it turns out that she wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly there's been a combination of issues that Charlotte has had in the past, including a broken jaw at one point in her career. And those all led to the concerns in question. She's had problems with her teeth dating back to an injury suffered when she was a cheerleader, and then another issue about 6 months ago, which was the broken jaw. The latest incident was another situation that caused her mouth to get infected, which made the surgery necessary. They gave her the weekend off to recover with the hope she'd be ready to go Tuesday, but it was obvious she was in no shape to perform when that came around. She's expected to be back for the MMC finals next week, this coming week, however, which is good. Yeah, the primary rumor is the primary reason they didn't put Charlotte on the air in any capacity is apparently she looked like crap.
Yeah, she's recovering from an infection. She's gonna look like crap. Yeah,
the note specifically that I read on one of the articles was that, which is for this kind of infectious treatment, when there is this type of surgery and some bleeding that goes on involving it, that the blood pooled and it was around her eyes, so it looked like she had two black eyes.
Ooh.
So they didn't want to put that on TV.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. All right, what else we got here? Let's just keep rolling on the injury train. Keep it rolling.
Okay.
All right, so Dean Ambrose has been completely pulled from WrestleMania Access, which he was scheduled to appear at.
Does that mean his injury is worse than we thought?
That's the running theory. Ambrose never realistically had a shot at competing at WrestleMania. He's still several months away from the earliest possible return date from the injury and surgery that he had to go through. But the removal has fueled online rumors that he might have suffered a setback in his rehab, with some going so far as to suggest he might need another surgery.
If that's the case, it's his career over.
We don't know.
That's pretty bad.
That's just a rumor. Mike Johnson at PW Insider reported that Ambrose and his wife Renee Young, were spotted in Birmingham, Alabama on the 30th, just a couple of days ago, which suggests that he is back there rehabbing the triceps, and for what it's worth, his arm was in a sling at the time, which I suppose is to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to wait and see. But we wish him all the best and hope that he is well soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. What else we got? We're going to keep the train rolling. For people who are recovering from injuries and surgeries to people who, actually, we have one more of those, and then we're going to change it over, actually. So last week we talked about Big Van Vader and his needed open heart surgery that he had this past Monday. Details came out. That post was made on his Twitter by his son, Jesse, stating, this is his son, Jesse. I wanted to let everybody know that I just spoke to the surgeon. The surgery was a success, but it was worse than we had expected. Long road for recovery. We'll keep you posted. Thank you for the prayers. So Vader is okay. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers, folks. And hopefully we will see him back in the wrestling world soon. And for people who had a surgery to people who need a surgery.
Okay.
It's a little ways off, but supposedly good old Nature Boy Ric Flair is scheduled to undergo a major surgery on July 9th, related to the health issues that he went through last year.
Okay.
One of the main results of this surgery that will be to get rid of the colostomy bag that he currently has.
Okay.
Which needs to be done if he wants to get back to serious training.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully Flair can get himself back into condition and continue his improvement that he's been going through since he realized how much he was screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
We also wish Flair well in staying healthy and with that surgery when the time comes.
Right.
Okay, so enough injuries and sad shit. Let's move on.
Do we have any updates on those coming back from injury?
No, Ambrose was the only one update that he's not coming back yet.
Okay, so no updates on Cass and Joe, huh?
No, not this week.
Fair.
So it'll be what it is. Like I said, every report on Joe is that he's fine and ready to go. They're just saving him for after WrestleMania rather than force him into a storyline now.
And same with Cass, huh?
Potentially, yeah.
With Cass, they're also probably trying to figure out what the hell they're going to do with him because they're not going to have him come out and be like, "How you doing?"
Yeah. With Joe, the long-standing rumor was that Joe's going to show up and challenge Roman for the title after WrestleMania because Roman kind of doesn't have any opponents after Brock leaves. Unless The Miz loses and challenges him.
Braun!
Or that. But unfortunately, I don't think there's a chance of Braun not winning the tag team title, so...
Except for what I mentioned last week.
What's that?
That WWE may have kind of spoiled the I think I mentioned this last week, wasn't it? That they may have spoiled the results of the tag team title match.
Oh yeah, because of the arena. But the shit on the arenas changes all the time. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have this in the list here, but since you brought it up, I'll run into it real quick. There's now a rumor floating around this week that Braun Strowman's mystery partner for WrestleMania may be none other than a Rey Mysterio.
I saw that. I was like, okay.
Worked for him at the Big Show.
Yeah, but that makes me sad.
Why?
Because I'm already in 205 Live, goddammit.
Yeah.
That's where he belongs.
That's a downgrade for him.
But he can run the show, and he can teach those youngins how to actually do it right and get over with the crowd.
Well, he can do that without being on TV. You have to remember, and you can, I mean, from a number of sources, including what I most recently read, and that's Alliance Tale Around the World in Spandex by Chris Jericho, available wherever fine books are sold. You can
including the library, apparently.
Yes, this is from the library. You can read it there too, of course. Jericho talks about how he met Rey Mysterio when he first started working in Mexico back in the day and thought that he was a 12-year-old. But basically, Rey has fought long and hard to establish himself as being more than a cruiserweight. He spent a long career proving that he could play with the big dogs in the main event. And yeah, well, I don't doubt that he would voluntarily go there and help train the cruiserweights to get better. I don't know if he would voluntarily put himself on TV as a cruiserweight because it feels like a step backward in his career, at least to me.
Because I would want to see him as, say, the leader of Lucha House Party.
I could kind of see that, maybe.
Because Lord knows every single one of those luchas needs help in getting over. Because the only one who ever even got close to getting over was Kalisto. But his reason for getting over went and raped a woman, so yeah.
Yeah. That's not true. Kalisto was over before that.
Yeah. No thanks to his partner.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the original Lucha Dragons were pretty over. Anyway, let's go back over here.
But I don't know, just looking at it and seeing the landscape of Raw, I just don't want Rey there because he won't go anywhere despite who he is.
So put him on SmackDown. Let him feud against Shinsuke.
That'd be fine, except you're saying he's going to be Braun's tag team partner, which means he's going to be on Raw.
Well, that is the rumor. Yeah, if that's the case, he could win the tag titles with Braun, and then Braun could just be because they could work there because Rey wants a Brock contract. Remember.
Mm-hmm.
So they could easily come out the next night, and a Braun could easily come out the next night holding both belts, just be like, the agreement with Kurt Angle was that I needed a partner to win the titles of WrestleMania, not that I needed to keep one after WrestleMania. And then he can just proceed to be the tag team champions by himself, and Ray can just show up to help him defend the titles whenever that is required. Say once a month, maybe, depending on his contract. But we shall see. Moving along, what else we got? All right, let's go here. Since we were talking about Ray and the possibilities of the showing up at the match at WrestleMania, let's talk about some WrestleMania-related stuff.
Sure.
It's WrestleMania time. So, things happening in regards to WrestleMania week.
Okay.
All right, first off, for those of you down here in the States, I'm not sure what channel the wrestling programming airs on up there in the in Canada. Tiff could fill us in on that if she so chose. But at least for down here, of course, it generally airs on the USA Network. And the USA Network has released the official WrestleMania week schedule for this week in wrestling programming on the USA Network. It will be as follows. Obviously, of course, on the night of Monday, April 2nd, will be the 3-hour Monday Night Raw emanating from the Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Tuesday night will, of course, be SmackDown Live in the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. Then, on the night of Thursday, April 5th at 8/7 Central, USA Network will be airing a special entitled WrestleMania's Greatest Moments, which gives fans a look back at the legendary moments in the history of the Showcase of the Immortals. That'll be at 8/7 Central. On the night of Saturday, April 7th, you will be able to check out the condensed version of the 2018 WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It'll be condensed down to 1 hour and will air at 10/9 Central and feature the inducted legends, including Goldberg, the Dudley Boys, Ivory, Jeff Jarrett, Hillbilly Jim, and Mark Henry, all of whom will be immortalized for their accomplishments, as well as celebrity inductee Kid Rock and Warrior Award recipient Jarius J.J. Robertson. And on Sunday, April the 8th, the USA will present the live 1-hour broadcast of the second hour of the WrestleMania kickoff show.
Tiff says in Canada, Raw is on Sportsnet 360 for all you Canadians out there.
Good to know. So I don't know if they're going to broadcast any of this other stuff. Check your local listings. That goes for those of you overseas also.
Sky Sports.
That too. But yeah, so lots of good things. You can find that schedule out there on the internet and over on the WWE.com announcement release for that scheduling. So check out all that great wrestling programming this week. In addition, we're getting to the point of this being a little fucking insane.
Okay.
So let's see here. So WWE has released the WWE Network schedule for WrestleMania weekend. And yeah, from kickoff, as scheduled, from kickoff to the end on Sunday. 7 hours.
Holy shit.
There will be 2 hours of pre-show from 5 p.m. Eastern Time to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. WrestleMania proper will kick off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and according to the network scheduling, is slated to run until midnight.
What? So, WrestleMania is 5 hours?
That is what is currently indicated by network scheduling.
What the fuck?
One might posit that this is in response to the remainder of the Big Four being up to 4-hour programs, and this was to still keep WrestleMania special.
Hopefully they have a half an hour break in the middle for people to go take a goddamn piss at the arena. Because, I'm sorry, if you're sitting there drinking beer the whole night, you're not holding your bladder for 5 hours. That's not happening.
I do encourage people to head on over to CagesideSeats.com, one of our news sources that we like to use here. There is a wonderful article over there about specifically how to properly schedule your urination during WrestleMania.
Yeah, don't drink beer.
That is one thing the dude recommended. Stick with water. Don't drink beer. And also, basically, what you're going to have to do is pick 2 to 3 matches that you are less excited to see than other matches, even though you might still want to see them, and hope that one of them is in the middle of the card. But you're going to have problems anyway, because as that guy pointed out, in 2 different years, he had the 2 different WrestleManias that he's been at, he ran into the problem. One year he decided, well, this match isn't that important. I'm going to go take it back. And he missed that was the year that a few years ago when the Legends vote when Stone Cold and Mick Foley and Shawn Michaels came out and beat up, I don't remember who.
Mm-hmm.
And he missed that. And then of course, he made the worst one was last year.
Hardy Boys?
Yeah. Oh, this is the big ladder match. There's going to be a lot of entrances. The others just won't be that important. I can go take a piss.
And he goes to take a piss, and then he just hears over the speaker, doom, 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 doom.
That's exactly what happened, yes.
He's like, fuck!
So, best you can do is pick some matches you're a little less excited for than others and hope that one's in the middle of the card, because even if there's one in particular that you don't like that much, if it ends up being on the kickoff show, you're screwed. If it ends up being a cool-off before the main event, you're screwed.
Yeah, I would actually say, don't listen to that guy and go completely against what he says.
Okay.
If history is any indication, the matches you want to stick around for are the ones that mean absolutely nothing, because those are the matches most likely to have surprises in them.
That is true. Valid argument.
Because let's be honest, you could take a piss during Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, because nothing's going to happen. Reigns is going to win. It's just going to be a one-on-one match. You know this. We know this. WWE's not changing that.
Yes, but it's also the very end of the show, which does you no good after, you're not going to hold it for 5 hours till the Roman Brock match.
No, but I'm just using it as an example of, what's going to happen during that match. You can afford to go take a piss.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, for instance, as much as you might want to see it, AJ versus Shinsuke. You know what's going to happen during that match. You can go take a piss for 2 minutes and come back. They'll still be wrestling.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Like, no offense, but like fucking like Alexa versus Nia. Yeah, you could probably afford to take a piss during that match, because I don't think there's going to be many surprises.
True.
And that's the sad thing, is the best matches to go take a piss break happen to be the matches that are actually going to be good matches, because there's going to be no surprises and you know what to expect. But those are generally the matches you want to see, so you're kind of screwed. Because the matches you generally don't want to see are the ones you want to stick around for, because there's going to be surprises.
Possibly. We'll have to wait and see exactly how WrestleMania pans out. If I could offer a bit of advice, my advice would be this. If you have the ability, have your cell phone, put the network app on it so you can flip the network on and keep watching while you're going to the bathroom.
That, too, that'll work.
You might not be seeing something live when it happens, but at least you'll know what the fuck is happening and you'll kind of see what you're missing.
Right.
We'll definitely check that out. Just because it's also mentioned here. There's multiple internet reports suggesting The Rock might be there. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Who the hell knows?
Which, wouldn't it be weird for him to be there and not be Ronda's tag team partner?
It might be, unless he's under contract to not be able to wrestle because movies.
Right. But then why are you there at all if you're not going to actually do anything?
To come out and push Roman at the end?
That's not going to happen. He won't do that. The last time he tried that, he got booed out of the building. He's not going to do that again.
Yeah, this time Roman is actually half over.
Yeah, people are starting. Dude, they were chanting, "You deserve it," when Brock fucking decimated him. He is not over.
That was a very small contingent. That wasn't the whole audience.
Still, the fact that there's still that much vitriol against Reigns, I don't know that The Rock, because I think The Rock did an interview after that Rumble, and I think he was basically like, yeah, I've never been that booed before. Not doing that again. He's like, I've learned my lesson. That was probably not smart. Now I know. They hate my cousin. Oh, well. Yeah. So I don't think he'll do it.
Fair enough.
He'll probably come up for something else.
All right. Well, little Hall of Fame news. It was announced this week that that of course, we know Jeff Jarrett is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. You know who's inducting Jeff Jarrett into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, but I can't remember shit.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You better call somebody. Yes, the Road Dogg Jesse James will be inducting Jeff Jarrett into the Hall of Fame.
They should have had Jim Cornette induct him.
Yeah. Well, according to the report here from WWE's press release, Road Dogg arrived in the WWE in 1994, then known as the Roadie, acting as Jarrett's gopher as he tried to use WWE to springboard to country music stardom.
That's true.
In addition to taking care of Double J's musical endeavors, Road Dogg wasn't afraid to meddle in Jarrett's affairs in the ring either. That led to the beginning of Road Dogg's in-ring career with WWE, which saw him go on to become a 6-time tag team champion and an intercontinental champion.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's also musical controversy between the two, as it was revealed that Road Dogg provided the vocals for Jarrett's debut single, With My Baby Tonight. There is rumors the song may or may not be performed at the Hall of Fame ceremony. We'll find out. Also, coming in to induct Hillbilly Jim is none other than the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Nice.
Always good to see Jimmy Hart around.
God, that's gonna be a loud induction. Megaphone through a microphone. That's gonna suck.
He may just skip the mic and just megaphone it. He's been known to do that. All right, what else we got here? Well, speaking of people that are inducting other people into the Hall of Fame,
Mark Henry.
No.
Because there's been rumors about who would be inducting Mark Henry, but
who's that?
Damn.
Yeah, I can see it.
Him, or I can't remember. There was another person people were saying could possibly induct Mark, and I was like, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But I can't remember who the other one was. But Ron was the big one, and I was like, yeah, I definitely, Nation of Domination and all that.
Yeah, makes sense. But no, of course, it was announced last week that Paul Heyman will be inducting Goldberg.
Yeah.
FYI, the reasoning behind that, for those that might not be aware, is because Paul was instrumental in Goldberg's return run in the WWE recently, specifically in charge of helping to get Goldberg over and booking the matches between him and Brock. So that is how Paul Lee got in on that shtick. Speaking of things that Paul Lee is booking, Paul Heyman's Looking For Number 4 Larry Productions has signed a deal with Roy Banks' Banca Studio to develop and produce several unscripted TV shows. The first project will be one revolving around Heyman himself, with the performer producing and starring in a talk show type program that will air late at night. It'll be pitched to networks and digitally next month with the hope that it will air later in 2018. Heyman himself commented, "Against my strenuous objection, Roy Bank has decided our first collaborative project will be centered around me. I have come to the educated conclusion Roy has made this decision based on a desire when pitching from the networks that we learn how to deal with rejection." They also said in the planned talk show that it will straddle the line between talk, opinion, comedy, and pop culture, all with the one-of-a-kind Paul Heyman brand and energy as the driving force. If Paul Heyman doesn't end up staying after WrestleMania when Brock leaves, it's expected that this will not interfere with any of his WWE commitments.
Probably won't, because guess when his contract expires?
Yeah, but there's rumors he's going to stay around.
Oh. Well, if he does, they better give him Ronda Rousey, because she needs his help.
Well, they were saying something they might give him to Ronda Rousey. There's rumors they might give him to Roman Reigns.
No, Reigns doesn't need the help. Ronda needs him more.
Yeah.
Unless they finally call Shayna up to the main roster and she can actually talk on the mic. I don't know. I haven't been watching NXT. But if Shayna can talk, then yeah, fucking 2 horsewomen, go. Fucking Ronda needs help. I'm sorry. She's not good on the mic.
Shayna has a women's title match at TakeOver. What else we got going on here? Let's see. Speaking of TakeOver, let's talk about, again, WWE not understanding what words mean.
Okay.
So, WWE is in the process of NXT's in the process of booking matches for the Takeover event in New Orleans,
Mhm.
and a match that has been booked is going to be Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Hmm.
The match was made at the start of last night's TV broadcast. Now, when I read this, tell me if you can see the problem with the following sentence.
Okay.
The match was made at the start of last night's NXT TV broadcast as NXT General Manager William Regal announced an unsanctioned match between the two, where if Ciampa wins, Gargano will be out of NXT forever.
How could there be a stipulation to an unsanctioned match?
How could there be an unsanctioned match when it's being announced by the general manager?
Well, they've done that before. Triple H has done that where he's had an unsanctioned match and it was announced by like him or Vince.
Hmm.
Because he had an unsanctioned match with Shawn Michaels when Shawn Michaels came back and that was announced.
They did. It was, well, like I said, they challenged each other to the match and they confirmed it was happening, and then the commentators put it over. But at no point did an authority figure come out and say, "I approve this match."
See, I'm okay with them announcing it because it's like, we're allowing the match to go through, but we're not sanctioning it. Therefore, anything that happens within the match, we're not responsible for. I'm okay with that. But by absolving your responsibility of the responsibility regarding the match, that means that you, the company, who are absolving yourself of all responsibility to do with the match, can't just turn around and put goddamn, stipulations on the match. You can't fire someone for losing a match that you're not sanctioning.
Yeah.
No, you can announce the match, but you can't touch them. They're outside your jurisdiction.
Yeah. If Ciampa wins, Gargano will be out of NXT forever. However, if Gargano wins, he'll get his job back. Because Gargano was already fired when he lost to his former partner and best friend Tommaso Ciampa in an All or Nothing NXT title match. After Ciampa cost Gargano and his job in an All or Nothing NXT title match against Andre Almas.
Mm-hmm.
So this has apparently been a pretty well built up match from what I'm reading here. So,
which is fine.
Takeover should be pretty
the announcement
good.
Still doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. All right, what else we got here?
Now, if they had turned around and put those two in the ring and had them cut a promo whereby, where like Gargano's like, if I win, your ass is fired, and it's like an agreement between the two of them, that's fair. And then he's like, I'm not looking for anything except to fire your ass. That's what I get out of it. And then if they then go to Takeover and Gargano wins, and then have Regal come out and be like, good work, Mr. Gargano. You have won the match. I would like to extend an offer from the WWE. And have him then offer Gargano his job back. That would work.
Yeah.
But to announce that there's a stipulation to a match that the company's not sanctioning, you can't do that. You can't enforce that because you have no power over the match. By announcing it, basically, if Gargano wins, Ciampa doesn't have to go anywhere because WWE can't legally enforce the stipulation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they kind of fucked that up.
Driven mad by Gargano's unrelenting pursuit, Ciampa finally appealed to NXT General Manager William Regal for a solution, conceding that Gargano's out-of-ring attacks must stop. Regal ruled that an unsanctioned match was in order, bringing into focus what is sure to be a fierce brawl in the Big Easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Regal's the one that said, I think this calls for an unsanctioned match, from the authority figure who sanctions the matches.
Which is fine, basically saying, we're going to allow you to fight in our arena, but it's not going to be a sanctioned match. Therefore, we wash our hands of the entire thing. What happens in there is up to you guys. But if you want to settle it, you may use our arena. That's basically what an unsanctioned match is. Yeah, it's a little, it's kind of, it's weird because technically it's a sanctioned match because it's at the event. But you can kind of get away with that. What you can't get away with is basically saying, we don't want anything to do with it. Therefore, we're making it an unsanctioned match. Yeah, we're going to make a stipulation that we're going to enforce in an area we have no legal authority to enforce. That's the
Yeah.
problem I have with it. I don't have a problem with it being unsanctioned. That's fine because WWE's done that before, and if you stretch it a little bit, it does make logical sense that could happen.
I guess.
More so than we're going to enforce something we have no legal authority to enforce. It's like, no, you can't do that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's move on.
Vince logic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, basically.
Actually, wait, no, NXT is Triple H. Triple H logic, ladies and gentlemen.
Something like that.
You'd think Triple H would know better.
He's busy running 205. He's not paying attention.
I guess.
So, ow, my knees. Ow, my knees.
Massage the knees. Massage the knees.
They're okay. They're okay. I don't have a transition to any of the rest of the stories. I got nothing.
Random generic transition. Go.
Pretty much. Let's, oh, excuse me. Oh, I don't know what, All right, speaking of more minor WWE shows, let's go with that. Speaking of things that air on the network, how about that? That's a better one.
That'll work.
So, last week I mentioned this to you. WWE filed for a new trademark for a new television show entitled Talking Snack, which appears to be for a series based on cooking and or fitness. Trademark lists as a quote, entertainment services, namely an ongoing audio and visual program in the field of cooking, entertainment in the nature of ongoing audio and visual programs in the fields of recipes, ingredients, and cooking information, providing a website featuring blogs and non-downloadable publications in the nature of articles in the fields of cooking, recipes, ingredients, exercise, fitness, and health, providing a website featuring information on exercise and fitness, providing information on physical exercise, consulting services in the fields of fitness and exercise, personal training provided in connection with the weight loss and exercise programs, providing personal training and physical fitness consultation to individuals to help them make physical fitness, strength conditioning, and exercise improvement in their daily living, providing classes, workshops, seminars, and camps in the fields of fitness and exercise, entertainment services, namely a continuing program about sports and entertainment accessible by means of TV, satellite, audio, video, web-based applications, mobile phone applications, and computer networks. I'm not going to read the rest of this fucking thing, but yeah, all the shit they could possibly use it for, basically.
And I would say the wrestling world and kind of, sort of, by extension, WWE already has this entire thing already in place and has been in place for like 10 to 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's called DDP Yoga.
Mm.
Literally everything you just read out, I'm sure DDP has in some way, shape, or form with his program. He's got websites. He's probably got recipes. DDP Yoga is all about fitness and exercise.
Mm.
Literally, just go to fucking him. What do you need the WWE Network for? He's probably better than they are anyway.
Yeah.
We don't need a fucking WWE Fine Living Network. Fuck off.
This is what we're getting, so.
If I want to know about cooking, I go to Food Network.
Fair.
Because, like, really, if I want to know about cooking and cooking healthy, am I going to listen to fucking Jim Ross or Bobby Flay?
Well, I don't know. WWE has connections to former women's champion Gail Kim, and we know who her husband is.
Yes, we also know who he works for. Which is another reason I'd go to Food Network. Because I don't think they're going to let him produce shit for WWE. That's not happening. We also know who his best friend is and who he works for, so yeah.
We do?
Yeah, his best friend is Guy Fieri.
Oh, okay.
Guy Fieri was his best man.
Fair enough, I didn't know that.
Yep. They're like best friends, so yeah, he's not going to show up on WWE. Well, I mean, Gail Kim's not there, but still, yeah, no, he's going to be Food Network. He's kind of staying there.
All right, then, fair enough. Moving along.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Let's see. Well, speaking of families, let's put this up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This is some wonderful, wonderful news. This is probably the best thing in the day.
Mm.
This right about there. Okay, let's go ahead and put this up.
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave this here for a moment.
Question: did they paint their daughter's nails?
I don't think so. I think it's just the black and white flushes it out, so it looks like they are.
Okay, because it looks painted. I'm like, really? But that's fair. Because Mrs. Hand, you can clearly see his nails aren't painted, and Maurice's are, but it looks like their daughter's fingernails are painted. I'm like, what?
I don't think so, because you can tell the tips are a different color. I think it's just a matter of when babies are born, their fingernails are very smooth and very pink, so they kind of look that way.
Fair.
But yes, congratulations to the Mizanin family. Monroe Scott Mizanin, born back on the 27th at 11:40 p.m. So just made it in on the 27th. So congratulations to them. Wonderful, wonderful. And that does, of course, alleviate a potential concern, which was the fact that the concern was being the timing of the due date. What if Maurice went into labor during WrestleMania? But luckily, that's no longer a problem.
Yep. In fact, at this point, it looks like probably Maurice will probably show up at WrestleMania in the crowd. She'll probably just be sitting there with the baby watching the match.
Because
by that point, she's probably going to be all right to go. Baby, I don't know, but
yeah, that's about 14 days, so she might be. Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Like maybe grandma will come over and watch the baby or something.
I'd imagine Miz might want the baby in the audience, depending on if that's kosher.
But that was the thing is I don't know if that's enough time for the baby to mature before leaving, because there's a time period after birth that the baby should not leave the house because the baby's immune system has not properly developed. So if you take the baby outside of the house, the baby will be more susceptible to like germs and shit in the air. That's why for like the first couple months, the baby almost never leaves the house.
Actually, that's not true.
Really? Because that's what I've heard.
I read it because I actually literally just saw a news article a couple of days ago about somebody who, an interesting situation that happened where a gentleman flew into a city. I don't remember which it was. I want to say Chicago, but I'm not positive. Because his baby was being born, and there was a situation where apparently he was. I'm trying to remember exactly what the story was. Exactly how it went down. Well, he was going to be a single father to the baby. He was coming there to pick her up. I'm not sure if the mother. I'm not sure exactly what went down. If the mother passed during birth, or if the mother was just giving the child up. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he was picking the child up, but then ran into a situation because he went to the airport, and they told him that apparently there was specifically a set number of days old the baby had to be permitted on the plane.
Right.
And it wasn't that many days because he went. There's a nice old lady who, a nice older lady that he met who was one of the nurses that worked at the hospital, who actually offered him and the baby a place to stay for a few days while they were waiting for the time frame so he could fly home.
Yeah.
And but it wasn't that long. He stayed for like a weekend, so I don't think it was that particularly long.
Fair.
If my memory is serving me correctly.
Fair. But regardless, I think there's a difference between, like, say, taking your baby out to a restaurant to go dinner with your family and taking her to fucking WrestleMania.
True.
I don't know that you want to expose her to that kind of shit. That would be especially since Maurice is probably going to be sitting in the stands with, drunk people who kind of aren't healthy.
True.
Or clean, for that matter.
So let's see here. Was Ruben Swift was going to try to fly out of he was trying to fly out of Arizona specifically, but back to his home in Cleveland. Irony. Or coincidence. He says he contracted said that he needed to fly with the baby, and they told him that a birth certificate and a note from the hospital clearing her to fly would be required. He acquired the documentation and went to the airport to get the plane tickets, but once he read they would not let him board, saying that the policy bars children less than 7 days old from flying. So they have to be at least a week old before they can fly.
Right. Now, if WWE aren't dicks and did the right thing, if Maurice comes out, they would put her backstage with everybody else.
Maybe.
That's a far better environment for the child, in my opinion.
True. Well, the other thing is, I would have to imagine that WWE, being who they are, being what they're running, for whoever is there or whatever is going on, there's no way in hell that Vince doesn't have at least one skybox set aside.
Right.
I'd imagine they could stick them up there.
But see, the nice thing, though, about saying being backstage with everybody else is, like, say, let's say they want Maurice, or Maurice decides that she wants to do something to become involved in the match. She could do that because she could very easily just hand the baby over to Daniel Bryan and have Daniel Bryan watch her for like 5 minutes while she goes do her thing. Because they have parents backstage, like parents of newborn babies backstage that can watch her for like 2 minutes.
True.
Like, that's kind of what Daniel Bryan's been doing, so he kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right? Or anybody else. All the female superstars back there could, like, watch her and shit. Which is why I'm like, put her backstage if you're going to do that.
Fair enough.
Because then you could actually use her, because by that point in time, she'll probably be at least in decent enough shape to at least do something if they wanted her involved.
Yeah.
And then she won't have to worry about the child.
I think what will probably happen is, if Miz is intending to retain, what will happen is Miz will retain, and then he'll come out and they'll make sure to have her and the baby at ringside, and he'll give them each a kiss, I'm sure.
I could see that. If he's going to retain.
Yeah, we'll see.
But as we pointed out last week, he's probably not, because he's probably going to take paternal leave.
Yeah, he may. We'll see. Moving on. Let's where do I want to go here? Let's scroll over here real quick. Speaking of people with young children at home, not that young, but still young.
Mm-hmm.
Just full-on confirmation, 100% this week, that I'm going to check out the 7 deities. Matt Hardy has officially received the trademark for Broken Matt Hardy from the USPTO.
So he now 100% owns it.
He now 100% owns the broken trademarks.
Sweet.
So that is now fully under his control.
Yes. Wonderful.
I'm in a shitty battle royal.
Yeah, right? What the fuck is up with that? That ain't right, dude. That just ain't right. Fuck
My
you.
ultimate's deletion got chopped down on Raw.
Because of Vince McMahon.
Pretty much. So, here's an interesting thing. You got some money to blow?
No, because I'm going to see you in August.
Touche. By the way, completely unrelated note for that real quick. Linkara is going. He's a guest.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
We'll have to make it a point to go say hi.
Oh, well, I'm going to see him anyway because there's probably going to be a Power Force breakfast, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway. So, WWE has launched a global fundraiser to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of America.
Of course they have.
Which is a great charity.
It is.
This is called their Superstars for Hope program.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this is going to run as follows. WWE announced today the launch of this year's Superstars for Hope, a global online auction on CharityBuzz.com featuring unique, once-in-a-lifetime experiences to benefit the Boys and Girls Club. You can currently visit CharityBuzz.com/WWE through Tuesday, April 10th to bid on exclusive WWE experiences with a variety of wrestling personalities and other such awesome things, of which I'm going to read a list. We will get to that.
Of course you are, because it's you.
Yeah.
Time to put Tiff to sleep by reading a list.
Yeah, sorry. Great things. WWE is dedicated to using the power of our brand and platforms to leave a lasting positive impression on our youth, said Stephanie McMahon. We are proud to once again partner with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America during the Superstars for Hope campaign to continue their efforts to help put young people on the path to great futures. And the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of America, Jim Clark, echoed that sentiment. So WWE and CharityBuzz have worked together for more than 6 years and have raised nearly $2 million for various nonprofits. So, the online auction highlights include the following things that you can bid on. Okay. Number 1, the Ultimate WrestleMania 35 experience. That's next year's WrestleMania, not this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Ultimate WrestleMania 35 experience will include one suite for 10 people at WrestleMania 35, 10 tickets for the Hall of Fame ceremony, 10 tickets for WrestleMania Access, a sneak peek of the WrestleMania set before the gates open, and pictures on the ramp before WrestleMania.
Nice.
That's a nice package. You can also get on the WWE Big Four VIP package. This includes 2 tickets to SummerSlam 2018, 2 tickets to Survivor Series 2018, 2 tickets to the Royal Rumble 2019, and 2 tickets to WrestleMania 35. This will also include lunch with the WWE superstar to be determined before the Royal Rumble. It will also include meeting Vince, Stephanie, and Triple H and a backstage tour at SummerSlam, in addition to the aforementioned 2 tickets to the show. So that's cool. Let's see. You can bid on a photo shoot opportunity with popular talents. Talents available for this option include Nia Jax, Asuka, Carmella, the Riot Squad, and Absolution. So basically, women.
That's cool.
You also have the opportunity to escort a WWE superstar to the ring.
Ooh.
Superstars available for this option include Bayley, the former, possibly once again United States champion Bobby Roode, and the New Day.
Nice.
Indeed. Additional auction items include from contributed to the auction by friends of WWE that are not part of WWE. Other things you can bid on the auction include a 1-hour pitch meeting with Mark Cuban, 4 tickets to Live with Kelly and Ryan, a Miami Dolphins VIP game day experience, including 4 tickets, field passes, and parking, and a St. Louis Cardinals VIP game day experience, 4 tickets, batting practice, and entrance into the museum. So lots of great stuff going on there that you can bid on. And it goes to a great cause, the Boys and Girls Club of America. Let's see, there's other things up here. Let's see. There are many things. What else we got here? Wait, hang on, what is this? You might be interested in this. Is this what is this one? I don't even know what that is. Wait, which one is it? Jeff, who's your basketball team?
We don't have one.
You don't have one? Okay.
Not anymore.
Okay. Because I'm seeing reference to the Washington Wizards. That must be DC.
That is DC.
Okay. Well, you can see them play Atlanta in DC. You'll also get an autographed jersey. 4 box field seats at a Cincinnati Reds game at Great American Ballpark and a Homer Bailey signed baseball. A Jacksonville Jaguars Miles Jack autographed football. A San Francisco Giants Joe Panik autographed baseball. Here you go, Jeff. You can meet superstar Daniel Bryan and win an autographed championship title.
Nice.
Current bid $3,100.
Jesus.
Well, it's to be expected.
Yeah, the problem is it's going to cost you more than that because you're actually going to probably have to fly out to meet him.
Probably.
Unless you happen to be in the city he's going to be in for the meet.
Well, it's valid for 2 people. Approximate duration is 45 minutes with 15 for meet and greet and a 30-minute tour. It's a private meet and greet. Winner may take a photo. You can take something small to be signed. 2 people experience. Scheduling for this will be in June. Includes a certificate of authenticity. Winner will receive autographed item and experience. Talent subject to change. Blah, blah, blah.
So that means WWE is probably flying you out for it. So, okay, that's
most likely. Or at the very least, they're going to schedule it for an event that is near you.
Potentially,
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there's Vince, Stephanie, and Triple H to get a SummerSlam tour. Yep. Portland Trailblazers autographed team pennant. Chicago Cubs Kyle Schwarber autographed jersey. Have lunch with Rick and Charlotte Flair. And receive 2 tickets to a WWE event. So that's neat. I like that one. Doesn't say what event. I guess that's to be determined. So apparently it's valid for a Raw or a SmackDown Live only, date to be determined. Let's see, private music. Yes! Oh my God, yes! Jeff, holy shit.
What?
Curly at bid of $1,751. A private music lesson with Elias.
Nice.
And an autographed guitar.
Nice.
That is amazing.
Also, he actually can sing. I can't remember what it was I was watching. It might have been like a live event or something, but WWE did show something where he came out and he actually sang, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a pretty good voice.
That is awesome. Yeah, so they're going to try to sell apparently 45-minute thing. The experience of the music lessons for one person, but you will get 2 tickets to the show that this is happening before, so you can bring somebody to the show at least.
Just like before Raw, then.
Yeah. What else we got?
Are you gonna go bid on that?
No, I don't have that kind of money. Marcus Peters autographed jersey. Take a behind-the-scenes tour of WWE headquarters with a legend in Stamford, Connecticut. I could get to that. $6,100. Wow. Pricey. Autographed New York Giants team football. Very nice. Appear in an episode of WWE Game Night hosted by Heath Slater.
Ha.
And 2 tickets to an event. Nice. Good times. Good times. That's fun. Orlando Magic team autograph ball. Backstage photo shoot with Absolution. Boston Celtics ball. Photo shoot with the Riot Squad. A photo shoot with Asuka. Photo shoot with Carmella. 4 tickets of batting practice to the Minnesota Twins. Attend the New York Yankees game with the WWE Superstar. There you go.
Yeah, you could do that.
Superstar to be determined. Superstar will not be known in advance, so you're going in blind.
Okay.
You might show up and be sitting next to Alexa Bliss. You might show up and be sitting next to Braun Strowman. You don't know.
I'd be fine with that either way.
Yeah. Let's see. There you go. You can bid currently $3,000 to bid on a CrossFit workout with Becky Lynch.
If they're gonna give away a workout with any superstar, shouldn't it be Sheamus, since he actually has a workout series, the Celtic Warrior workouts on YouTube now? Go check it out.
You would think. Also includes a fitness package and 2 tickets to SmackDown Live on November 20th in LA.
But hey, I'd been on that just to hang out with Becky Lynch. That'd be amazing.
2 pregame field passes at a Chargers legend at a 2018 LA Chargers game. Photo shoot with Nia Jax. 4 tickets to an LA Rams versus 49ers game. The Big 4 VIP. 2 pregame field passes 49ers. The WrestleMania package. WrestleMania package is currently bidding at $7,500, by the way. 4 pregame field passes and tickets to a Dolphins game. Escort the New Day to the ring. Escort Bailey to the ring. Arizona Diamondbacks. Baltimore Orioles. Escort Bobby Roode. Meet JB Smoove at his comedy show in New York City.
Okay.
CrossFit workout with Seth Rollins.
There you go. CrossFit Jesus.
CrossFit Jesus. That'll be after the Monday Night Raw November 19th in LA. So you've got to go to LA for it.
That'd be awesome.
Let's see. Miami Heat players. Chicago White Sox. 2 tickets to every WWE pay-per-view in 2018, plus Rumble 19 and WrestleMania.
Wow.
That's not bad. Currently at $2,800. Let's see. St. Louis Cardinals. Let's see. Get hyped with Mojo Rawley before a WWE event. Okay. I didn't think he was doing that anymore, but fair enough.
Well, that's kind of his gimmick, isn't it?
He went heel.
Yeah, well.
Meet Xavier Woods and make a cameo appearance on Up, Up, Down, Down.
Oh, hell yeah.
Currently bidding at $950.
I would totally fucking do that.
There you go. And
you need to bid on that.
And 2 tickets for a show. I don't have that kind of money. Good stuff. So, yeah, basically standard stuff. Doesn't say what you're going to be playing, so I guess it's at his discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Backstage photo shoot with Naomi.
You know why that's probably one of the best things to bid on?
Why?
You're almost guaranteed to meet more than just Xavier Woods.
This is true.
Because it's Up, Up, Down, Down.
Let's see. Appear alongside a WWE commentator and try your hand at being a backstage interviewer. That's cool. Attend a University of Florida football game with Titus Worldwide.
Only if I get one-on-one time with Dana Brooke.
And, well, she's going to be there. Let's see. Get a private promo class with an NXT coach at the Performance Center.
Okay.
That's neat. Club level tickets to a Brewers game. Go on a shopping spree with Lana.
Okay.
And get 2 tickets to SummerSlam. 4 tickets to the Phillies vs. Pirates. Meet Donnie and Marie at their Las Vegas show.
Ooh.
There you go. There you go. Tour the Performance Center with A-Train.
Ha.
Oh, sorry, NXT head coach Matt Bloom. Sorry. And have lunch with an NXT superstar. Have your face painted by the Ascension.
How about no? Their face paint's fucking terrible. So bad that one of the members doesn't do it anymore. That's how bad their face paint was.
4 VIP tickets to Live with Ryan and Kelly and Ryan. Go toy shopping with Zack Ryder.
I'd be down for that.
There you go.
Woo,
2 round trip. Let's see, 2 round trip tickets to any city on JetBlue Airways. Shopping spree with Natalia. Round trip tickets on Delta Airlines. Ride on the Crew of Orpheus float on New Orleans Parade. Assuming that's a Mardi Gras parade. Let's see. VIP tour of Stupid Buddy Studios with actor Seth Green.
Okay. That'd be worth it just to meet Seth Green.
Rides in the Crew of Boo Halloween Parade. Let's see. 4 VIP tickets to meet Dr. Phil.
Okay.
4 lower box seats to the Indians vs. Yankees game and batting practice. 4 single-day general admission tickets to the 2018 New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. 2 tickets to a Las Vegas show to meet Celine Dion.
Ooh.
Meet Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
2 tickets to an event and an autographed Rowdy shirt.
Nice.
2 tickets to Bayou Country Superfest. Meet Tony and Emmy Award winner Kristen Chenoweth.
Nice.
That's
you
nice.
Would totally do that, wouldn't
2
you?
tickets to an upcoming performance. Bid on a suite for 16 people at SummerSlam. 4 premium tickets with access to the courtside club to a Brooklyn Nets game. 4 premium tickets with ringside access to a New York Islanders game. And last but not least, you get 4 tickets to each night of the 2018 Essence Festival in New Orleans. So a lot of great shit to bid on in there. So get over there and start bidding. Remember, it's only good for the next 9 days. So bid.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know damn well if they had something Jericho related in there, you'd be bidding all over it even if you didn't have the money.
I might have had to if they had a Jericho thing in there, but yeah.
Dude, Jericho should have put in, like, because I'm assuming this was given by a bunch of different people too, not only just WWE into.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But it's being run by them. Jericho should have given bid on tickets to his fucking cruise.
That would have worked.
You know, people would have bid on that shit.
Probably. That would have been interesting. So yes, good stuff. Go bid on that stuff. That was longer than I thought it was going to be. My apologies, folks.
It's a list.
I know. I didn't expect it to be that long of a list. I made the mistake of going to the actual site. And since since there was reference, since Xavier Woods was on as one of the things you could bid on, let's just end with this.
Okay.
Let me get this up here on the screen. Because this isn't even news. This is just cool.
Okay.
That's right. There's no better way to end the news than with the New Day as Black Panther.
Really, Xavier? You went with Killmonger.
He went with Killmonger.
Who's that standing next to him?
Oh, that is their buddy who designed the costumes.
That's fair. Those are some legit costumes.
They are. He did the costume.
Kofi as the Black Panther, huh?
Yeah, Kofi as the Black Panther. You know, because he's the one that's actually from fucking Africa.
This is true. He is from Ghana. You're correct.
And of course, Biggie is the dude that lived up in the mountain cave that barked people down.
The guy who was going to get the Black Panther powers.
Who tried to, yep.
Well, no, they were going to give it to him until he said, "You do realize Black Panther's still alive?" And they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was cool.
Yeah, and of course,
their friend is what the captain of the guard.
The guy that betrayed everybody to Killmonger like immediately because he showed up with Claw's body in a bag.
Yeah, the husband of the captain of the personal guard.
Yeah, exactly. So that's cool.
That's some pretty legit costumes.
That's some great costuming, yes. You can check out that picture over on Xavier Woods at Xavier Woods PhD, currently titled "Is This Your King?" Saying this is real life. They're over at AwesomeCon. So if you are in the vicinity of AwesomeCon, you should definitely go see them. Well, I guess it's probably over now. The weekend's over almost, but
you can go tomorrow. But am I the only one who thinks Woods needs to show up at some like pay-per-view with the Killmonger dots all over his body?
That would be cool. But yeah, so go check out AwesomeCon. I don't know where the hell it is.
I do not know.
Oh, yeah, here's a website. Let's see. Real quick, go check out the new day at AwesomeCon. Come on, load. AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C. Okay, there we go. So you can check them out tomorrow/today, Sunday, and go check that con out. Sounds like a lot of good things are happening at that con. Also, your exact question was brought up to Xavier Woods, and he made the point that, no, we can't wear these costumes as a WrestleMania ring entrance. There's a copyright on that shit.
I didn't say the costumes. I said the dots on his body.
Probably copyrighted. Yes, and if you like the costumes, you can thank at Mikhail Mosley, who could be the real Mikhail Mosley who designed the costumes. If you look over on his page, you can see that his current banner image is himself as Scorpion with Xavier Woods as I'm not sure who that is, but I'm assuming it's somebody else from Mortal Kombat. He's got a metal faceplate with a red eye. Is that
Kano?
Jax? Kano? I don't know. I don't know Mortal Kombat characters.
That sounds like Kano.
Okay.
Is he wearing white?
I can't tell. I can only see his head.
No, yeah, it's probably Kano.
Might be.
The Australian assassin.
Yeah, but this guy is very, very good at cosplay, so.
Apparently.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, for the record, he was the one that designed the Dragon Ball Z ring gear. Nice. Because I see it, or at least the Dragon Ball Z cosplay that Xavier took a picture with anyway. One of the two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would not surprise me if he's the guy who designed most, if not all, of Xavier Woods' cosplays at the different conventions.
Damn! That's badass. Dude's got a full-on Soldier 76.
Nice.
That's badass.
I've got you in my sights.
Pretty much. That just looks some good-ass cosplay.
Oh, so there's people that take it very, very seriously.
Oh, yeah. So he apparently just does all the New Day's costumes because he did their costumes for when they came out on Halloween dressed as other superstars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they came out dressed as Mouth of the South and Brother Love and shit.
Fair. So, he works with Makazi to make the ring gear?
I guess so. He must be their costume guy.
Fair. So he probably did the Final Fantasy stuff at WrestleMania then.
That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, there's Xavier Woods as Raiden. That's badass.
Nice.
Good stuff. Anyway.
Oh, is that promoting the video game?
I don't know. I just see a picture on his Twitter page there. So, yeah, check out the real Mikhail Mosley for some badass cosplay.
Because in one of those mobile games, he actually is Raiden. It might be that WWE Immortals. I'm not sure.
I don't know. But, yeah, that is at the MIKALMOSLEY at the Mikhail Mosley. Go check him out on Twitter for cool shit.
Fair.
Good stuff. Okay. That finally brings our news to an end. Jesus.
I'm really starting to think this should be split into 2 videos. The segment.
Mm.
News in one, and then the actual log in the second one.
Yeah. Jeez.
Going forward, maybe we'll do that. We will discuss that.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Because, yeah, the news just takes way too long. The news ends up being like half the damn video, like almost every week without fail.
Pretty much.
Besides, if we did that, we could go bust the news out early, and then Tiff could show up just for the log itself, and I think it would help her out a lot.
True, except then that video's going to cut into my scoring time.
Yeah. Unless you do what you said you were going to do, and you have thus far failed.
Yeah.
Make time.
It's hard when certain friends show up every night and go, hey, let's play Overwatch, or hey, let's play Fortnite, or hey, let's go play something else.
Except I never show up on Friday night because you usually go to bed early. It's like you should just take that time to score, but you don't.
I suppose that's true. But that's because on Friday night I go to Kim and Melissa's house.
Fair.
Or like last night when we went and saw Ready Player One in theaters now. Go check it out.
Fair.
It was freaking amazing.
You went to see that instead of Tomb Raider?
Yes.
You need to see Tomb Raider.
I'll see Tomb Raider later. Ready Player One was awesome.
So was Tomb Raider for the most part. Anyway. Let's score.
Yeah, let's get to this shit. Did I lose Tiff yet?
Probably. I tried to poke her. She did not respond.
That is fair.
Like I said, put Tiff to sleep with a list.
Yeah. I think she was out before the list, to be honest.
Potentially.
Potentially up.
I still hate that as a morphing call. Fucking QJ.
I think it's badass. Anyway. We'll deal with that later.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. As you can see, currently in the lead at 67.51 is the Balor Club Worldwide.
For now.
And second place at 66.72. About 80 points behind is the Blissful Ride of Justice, and still trailing way the hell back at 5,021 is me. Let's go over to the leaderboards. At the top of those leaderboards is the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. At 550 points. Followed by Seth freaking Rollins at 538. The WWE Champion AJ Styles clocking in at 531. Followed by Cedric Alexander at 528. Finn Balor at 502. Followed by the big dog Roman Reigns at 451. Asuka coming in at 431. Followed by Sami Zayn at 419. One half of the Raw Tag Champs, Cesaro, comes in at number 9 at 395, just 2 points ahead of John Cena, who's at 393, and who, by about 4 points, just barely edged out the other half of the Raw Tag Champs, Sheamus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's throw this here and let's do this.
Let's.
To the recap.
Yes.
Ads, go away. Raw this week emanated from the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio.
Hmm.
There's a great picture of The Miz standing in front of a giant mural of his face in various positions saying, "Welcome home, Miz."
Hmm.
He is from Cleveland, of course.
Yes.
So the program opened with the WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, who decided to show the hell up this week.
Mm-hmm. Probably because he got paid.
Probably. Speaking of which, this past weekend, Brock worked his last live show of his contract. Just as a note there. All right, so Braun came down and kicked off Raw. His advocate, Paul Heyman, in tow. Heyman introduces them and shows footage of Roman Reigns assaulting U.S. Marshals last week and then being beat up by Lesnar. He says Reigns was suspended last week, but that suspension has now been lifted. And he says, if you think Reigns is about to interrupt and fight Lesnar, you're wrong, because Roman Reigns is not here tonight. And he talks about Reigns' family history in wrestling. He says even if Reigns ripped off Lesnar's legs, Lesnar would come back on his knuckles with the bloody stumps behind him and will still beat him up.
Mm-hmm.
He says Reigns isn't man enough to take the Universal title from him at WrestleMania either. But before he can finish hyping up, Roman appears in the crowd, limps through the crowd to the ring, grabs a chair. Lesnar runs out to fight him. He drops Reigns with a clothesline, but Reigns shoves Lesnar into the ring post, grabs the chair, and then hits Lesnar with it repeatedly on the floor. He tries to hit a Superman punch off the ring steps, but Lesnar catches him and hits a suplex. He then
Suplex City, bitch.
He then picks up the ring steps and smashes Roman in the face with them.
Yeah.
He then takes Reigns into the ring where he continues a beatdown. He goes to leave, but decides to come in and punish Reigns some more and finishes him off with an F5.
On the steel.
On the steel.
That's what he do.
Wrong dude.
Close enough.
No, not really.
Well, it is what he do.
Yeah, but that's not his catchphrase.
Yeah, his catchphrase is, my voice sucks. His catchphrase is, I'm a mercenary, caw!
His catchphrase was, here comes the pain, but...
Oh, that was Paul Heyman's catchphrase.
Technically, it kind of became Taz's catchphrase.
That too.
Here comes the pain.
Yep.
So yeah, that would be a promo to Paul Heyman.
And an assault to two men.
And an assault and weapon use to both Lesnar and Reigns.
And moves.
Oh, Roman didn't hit any moves, but yeah.
He tried.
He tried. So Roman is going to get 4 for an assault and 3 for a weapon. It's 7 points to Roman. And Brock is going to get the same 7. Plus 3 for evading a Superman punch is 10. And then a suplex is 11. And an F5 is 12.
Yep.
There we go. All right. Go to commercial, come back to some replays, and then we have ourselves a women's division match between Nia Jax and Mickie James. And Nia wins this match very quickly. Off of a Samoan drop.
Yep.
So, Alexa Bliss will get accompaniment points for this match. And also a post-match assault, even though Nia no-sells it and chases her away. And then yells that she's a little bitch. So Alexa will get 5 off the accompaniment and 4 off the assault is 9. And Mickie James is going to get 5 points for being in a match and no moves. So 5.
Fuck.
It was a squash match. What can I tell you?
Fuck you, WWE.
Nia Jax will get 20 points for winning a match, 5 for being in it, and 1 for the Samoan drop is 26 points to Nia Jax, whom I somehow still have. Okay. So 26 points to me then. That's 36, and 4 is 240. All right. All right, so after that, we have a video package looking at the Triple H and Stephanie versus Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle match. Focuses on interviews with Triple H and Stephanie and footage of them training at the Performance Center.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's promo to Stephanie and Hunter.
Credit to Stephanie for doing Batman training.
Yes. Bat staff. Alrighty. Next up, we have a cruiserweight match. A cruiserweight tag team match play, actually.
Yep.
Features Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali taking on TJP and Drew Gulak.
In which Mustafa Ali wins with the 045.
054.
054. Right, 450. Right, got it.
How hard is it to reverse 3 numbers? It's after blindly tagging himself in, much to Cedric's chagrin.
Yep. He was like, haha, touche.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Oh. All right, so let's see here. What do we got?
This was a pretty good match.
Fair enough. Didn't see it.
It's cruiserweights. They did shit. That's all you need to know.
Fair. All right, Gulak apparently did nothing, so he's just going to get 5 points.
Gulak was the beat slut.
Yeah. Should have brought a PowerPoint.
I think he was the one that got pinned, actually.
Nope. That was TJP.
Was that TJP? Oh.
That was TJP.
Fair enough. Whatevs. I still get points.
Because TJP threw himself up for a suicide dive and overshot it.
Oops.
And then he got thrown back in the ring and ate a lumbar check and an 054.
Mm-hmm.
So TJP will get 5 points for being in this match, and he did hit 1 move, so 6 points to TJP.
TJP.
Oh. All right. Now on the other side, Ali got the victory. So Cedric will get 15 points for being on the winning team, 5 for competing, and 2 moves is 22 points to Cedric Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
Would be 230. Yeah. 550. How about that?
Also, Mustafa Ali grew out his hair.
He did. Also, by the way, Cedric has just tied Braun Strowman for first place.
Woo!
Mustafa Ali will get 20 for winning, 5 for competing. And 1 move is 26 to Mustafa Ali. 6 becomes 50, 270. All right. The two have some brief words after the match. We clear the ring, and then The Miz, and now it comes out for Miz TV with his Miztourage in tow.
Did you see this bit?
Yes.
This bit was fucking awesome.
Yes, it was. But that is Miz's middle name, so you should not be surprised by this.
It was awesome.
Yes.
He, in fact, did not come to play. Playing is over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Score.
Yes, boss. So, Miz says he has some personal issues to address before he introduces his guest. And he asks Dallas and Axel how they're liking the Miztourage gimmick. He says that they're happy, but he's not. He says they have failed him, and if he wanted failure, he would have stayed living in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to count on his Miztourage, and they plead they're doing the best that they can, and he yells at them and berates them, saying they'd be nothing without him. Rollins comes out to interrupt and says that, gets to the ring saying he loves seeing the Miztourage arguing, so he'll just let them finish. Miz tells Rollins he interrupted their issue, and Rollins says he can help and mediate their argument. He says Axel and Dallas seem to feel underappreciated. He says Miz should be thanking them more because without them, he wouldn't be the Intercontinental Champion. Miz tells the fans to shut up as they chant Miztourage and says he's the one who elevated their careers, not the other way around. Dallas pipes up that Miz is a phony A-lister that can't fight. Rollins asks Bo to repeat that, and the Miz gets in Bo's face. Balor then goes out to interrupt, saying that and gets Dallas to repeat what he says, pointing out that he heard it in the back, but then misquoting it so that Dallas says it again to correct him. Miz isn't happy about this, and he gets in Bo's face, then slaps him. Axel then holds Dallas back, and Miz says that he's trying to motivate them and fire them up for WrestleMania, saying that he's only a few days away from being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, making him the greatest Intercontinental Champ of all time, better than Macho Man, better than Shawn Michaels, better than Mr. Perfect. This last name strikes a chord with Curtis Axel, of course, who doesn't look happy, and Miz takes it back, saying he didn't mean it. He tries to apologize to the fans, and he says, sorry to the fans, but Miz TV is now canceled. And he tries to defuse the situation. Miz says, let's get out of here, but Axel and Dallas block his path. He pleads with them not to attack him and backs up into Rollins and Balor. And the Miz draws then attacks Rollins and Balor, revealing the entire segment as a clever ruse.
Mm-hmm.
And the three of them proceed to beat up Balor and Rollins and pummel them, Miz saying it was his plan all along. He then tries to hit Balor with a skull-crushing finale, but they're interrupted by the Good Brothers, who run out for the save, and then proceed to brawl with the Miztourage on the ramp, leaving Miz alone with Balor, who hits him with a sling blade, and Rollins then pops in and finishes him off with a stomp, or tries to, but Miz rolls to the outside. Rollins yelling after him, "You think you're smarter than the architect, pal?" Mm-hmm. Rollins and Balor come face-to-face over the IC title belt, which Miz left in the ring. Miz comes in to try to sneak attack, but Balor drops him, and Rollins and Balor then go at it, and Balor drops Rollins too, holding up the belt triumphantly.
Yeah, which means he's not winning. Fuck.
Well, no, it's not the final week before the show. He's okay.
Also, the beginning of this was the best part, which you did mention, so I don't know if you saw the very beginning when Miz came out.
Okay.
Before they started the segment.
Okay.
Because he comes out, and being in Cleveland, the crowd's like, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. And then Miz turns around and goes, I live in LA. Thank you very much. Welcome to Miz TV. And I was like, damn. Like, that just showed right there why the Miz is like the best dude on the mic right now. He's just like, oh, I live in LA. Thank you very much. It's like, dude, that's some cold shit right there, brother.
Yeah, well. That's why he's...
I live in LA. Welcome to Miz TV.
And unfortunately, their other native Ohioan is still currently rehabbing the aforementioned triceps injury, so...
Yep. But like, only the Miz could turn around and get his hometown to just boo him out of the building. That's impressive.
No, that's not true. There's a few people that can do that.
Not on the current roster.
Jericho still listed current roster on their website.
But they still cheer for him, though. That's the thing. They won't boo him out of the building.
No, the thing is, that's because Jericho doesn't actively want them to a lot of the time. But Jericho will make an audience hate him.
Right. But my point is that Miz is one of the rare superstars that can make his hometown boo him out of the building. That's an impressive feat.
But the thing is, Jericho has the advantage of being able to do that too, because he showed up in Winnipeg. All he has to do is remind everybody that Canadians suck, and he was actually born in New York, and that he now lives in Florida.
Fair. But like, if you don't count Jericho, is there anyone else? I mean, and probably I don't count not. Reigns because everyone hates Reigns.
True. You know, it's hard to say because there is one other, but I don't think he even lives there. But just because it is what most people think of when you think hometown with him, I'm wondering if he tried, if it would be possible for Paul Heyman to get a Philly crowd to boo him.
Isn't he from New York?
He might be, but Philadelphia was the home of EC Dub for years. People associated with him.
I don't think so. I think they would still chant EC Dub at him.
Yeah, probably.
It's kind of like the Brock Lesnar effect. No matter how bad he gets, no matter what he does, people are still going to cheer for Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and that's what happens with superstars and other people get to a certain point, but you got to deal with it.
See, Miz is at that point too, but he's good enough on the mic that despite how over and popular he is, he can still get anyone to boo him with one whip of a comment. That's how good he is.
Yep. So anyway, let's see here. If we can calculate this out. That's going to be a promo and an assault to everybody.
Yep.
So that's 9 points. That's 9 points, and then let's see here. Well, let's just go in order here. It's just going to get too damn confusing.
Okay.
All right, let's start this off here. Yeah. So we know it's going to be 9 points to the respective members of the Miztourage. We know this. 186 for Bo Dallas. Let's see. So let's see that minus 2 would be 187 for Curtis Axel. And 9 points to the Miz. Is 316. Miz 316. Miz 316 says I live in LA.
Pretty much.
Thank you very much. All right. So that's what we got here. So let's see. All right. So Finn Balor countered a skull crushing finale. And then I don't know. Balor dropped both Miz and Rollins, but it doesn't say with what. Do you recall?
No. Didn't Miz counter whatever Rollins tried to do to him?
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Miz countered the Miz rolled out of the ring to evade the curb stomp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know he got a sling blade on Miz. I see that. I'm just trying to figure out because then he took Miz down again after the fact.
I meant Balor. Didn't Balor counter whatever Rollins tried to do to him when they were fighting over the title? Because didn't Rollins try to do something? He countered it into a move of his own, and that's how he ended up with the belt.
That's what I'm not sure about. It just says that he took him down. It doesn't say the details of that exchange.
And holy shit, Tiff is awake.
Yep.
Hi, Tiff. Welcome back.
See, I'll give Miz 3 for evading the curb stomp. I should have given him that before.
Mm-hmm.
Miz 319, you ruined it.
Also, I still don't like Finn Balor.
Yeah. Finn Balor.
I don't like that. It looks weird.
Well, it makes him stand out.
He doesn't need to stand out.
Clearly, he needs to do something.
He needs to assassinate Vince McMahon.
Okay. So, let's figure this out here. So, we know Balor at least got a sling blade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Balor will get the base 9, and he'll get a sling blade. We'll give Balor 10. I'm not going to worry about the other moves.
Gee, thanks.
I don't know what they were. I don't know what he hit. He doesn't exactly have a lot of impact moves that don't involve running.
He has the standing coup de grace that he uses as a signature move.
True. Well, anyway, Rollins did not hit any moves, so I guess Rollins is just going to get the 9.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was just saying, I was making a point that he does, in fact, have other impact moves that don't involve running.
Oh, I forgot to get Balor gets 3 because he counted the Skull Crushing finale. I forgot.
Yep.
That puts him at 515, actually. All right. And then I guess Rollins is just going to get the base 9 because he didn't really accomplish anything else. Let's see. Rollins. Where is he? Seth freaking Rollins gets the base 9. 47. And then the Good Brothers will each get 4 assault points.
Mm.
And Luke Gallows. Okay. So, we see a pre-tape promo from Kane who says that Cena shouldn't call out demons who didn't want to be disturbed.
Mm.
He called out a demon who just wants to rest in peace. Cena will pay for his indiscretion, and he won't be going to WrestleMania. He'll be going straight to hell.
No, that was a pretty good promo, actually, by Kane.
Yeah, Kane does good promos.
He does.
Promo to Kane. We then cut to Asuka beating a jobber in about 4 seconds. With a kick to the face. Sorry, Jamie Frost. And so Asuka will get 20 for winning, 5 for competing, and 1 for the kick to the face. Is 26 points to Asuka. Because nobody is ready for Asuka. Or 57. Yeah, I can imagine. I think I stepped out of the room to get food during that match, so I don't remember seeing it. All right. So following that, we go over to the commentary, where the commentators have a discussion about Cole's choice and attempt to bury the Ultimate Deletion match.
Thank you, commentators.
They discuss the deletion match. They point out that a tweet from Hardy calling Cole an obsolete mule, and Corey Graves and coach at WWE warned Miz that Vanguard 1 now has a sight set on him and explaining to him what Vanguard 1 is.
Mm-hmm.
That cuts to a pre-tape promo with Matt Hardy where he says the Great War with Bray Wyatt is finally over, and now his sights is set on winning the Battle Royal of the what was it, the what do you call it, the 8th Terran Spectacle or some shit like that?
Something like that.
And puts himself in the Battle Royal. So that'll be a promo to Matt Hardy, to Woken Matt Hardy. Next up, Bayley is backstage when Sasha walks in. And they look like they're in a freaking high school locker room. I mean, it's obviously a legit locker room, but when the first position came, it looked like they were in a high school hallway. I'm like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Sasha walks in. Bayley says she's entering the Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania, and there's nothing else to talk about. Sasha knows what she did. They start arguing, which leads to fighting, faces being slammed into lockers, then over a table, and they just fight until referees break them up. So it's a promo and an assault to those two ladies. Sasha. She is. No, it's 283. Okay. Next up, we're joined in the ring by Braun Strowman. The Bar comes out next, and they begin cutting a promo on Strowman, demanding to know who his tag team partner is for WrestleMania. Strowman says if they want to know, then Sheamus, get in the ring and face me in your scheduled match, and if you beat me, then maybe I'll tell you. Sheamus and the Bar complaining that doesn't make sense, but Strowman says he isn't open to negotiating. You know, you might get an answer tonight, but you'll definitely get these hands. And then Sheamus does, in fact, get in the ring and have a match against Braun Strowman, which he loses. So we do not yet know who Braun's partner is. So.
Booyaka, booyaka?
619? Could be. It'll be interesting to see.
Indeed.
All right. So, let's see here. So Cesaro is going to get a promo and accompaniment. That's 10 points to Cesaro.
Cesaro.
That's going to put him at 405 live. And Sheamus is going to get a 5 for a promo. Because if he gets 5 for the promo and 5 for the accompaniment. Okay.
Okay.
So, Sheamus will get 20 points. Oh, no, sorry, 20 points. He didn't win. Sheamus will get 5 points for being in the match. And he will get 5 points for the promo. As far as I could gather, he did not hit any moves, though he attempted. So therefore, Sheamus will also get 10 points. $3.99. All right, and then Braun Strowman will get 20 points for winning a match. He'll get 5 for being in it, is 25. He'll get 5 for the pre-match promo, is 30, and 6 moves is 36 points to Braun Strowman. $586. All right. All right, next up, Kurt Angle comes to the ring. Talks about his upcoming mixed tag match at WrestleMania. Introduces his partner, Ronda Rousey. Says he knows she's ready for the big stage and to prepare because Triple H and Stephanie are going to do anything they can to stop you. And Ronda says she doesn't think Stephanie's as tough as she acts, and she's going to rip her arm out of her socket. Absolution then comes out, and Paige proceeds to introduce them. And steps to the ring saying that Ronda's making the wrong decision going after Stephanie. And Ronda says she's not worried. She's got an Olympic gold medalist watching her back. And Paige mentions that, you really do need friends around here. And the best friends you could have, you should consider becoming the 4th member of Absolution.
That's when she actually mentions that Kurt's watching her back.
Yeah.
She goes, if you think he's going to watch your back, you're deluded, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Ronda declines. Paige says she's just made enemies, and Mandy and Sonya then get in the ring. Kurt stops Mandy from attacking Ronda, but then Sonya attacks her from behind. Ronda drops her, then drops Mandy, then goes to put Mandy in an armbar, but Angle asks her not to, so Ronda lets her go.
No, she locks in the armbar and is basically about to tear Mandy Rose's arm out of its socket. And Kurt's like, Ronda, let her go. Don't do this. Don't do it. And she's like torquing it, like really just about to rip the arm out of the socket. And eventually she lets go.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to pay attention.
I do pay attention. She had the arm spun up, but it wasn't fully locked into the armbar. She was about to spin it into the armbar. She hadn't applied it. She had just locked in the position. She hadn't applied the torque to actually make it the hold yet.
I'm pretty sure she did because Mandy Rose was screaming bloody murder.
I think that was fear, not pain. Anyway. So let's see here. That's a promo to Paige, and a promo to Kurt, and a promo to Ronda. Paige gets 5 for a promo, and Kurt gets 5 for a promo. Him at 44. And then Ronda gets that, and then 5 for the promo, 4 for an assault is 9. And I guess we give her 1 for the armbar.
All right.
So that's 10 for Ronda Rousey, who's down here. Warning room.
And again, she needs help.
Yeah. And then Mandy and Sonya will get 4 each for an assault. All right.
You give promo to Paige?
I did.
Okay.
All right. Next up, because of the situation that's happened earlier in the night, the Good Brothers have a tag team match play against the Miztourage. Miz is not present at ringside.
Right.
Let me see. Sonya. I have 195. Hang on. Let me go. Let me go back here. Hang on. Sonya. What the hell is she? Oh, you're right. 194. I can't count. Thank you, Tiff. More, and then I got to go back and give the other 4 points to Mandy there. So it goes 175 for Mandy then. Okay. Get it.
Moving on.
Indeed. So, yes, so the Good Brothers are victorious in this tag team match off a Magic Killer. And so the Miztourage are each going to get 5 points for showing up. Props to them for at least doing that. Yeah, pretty much, Tiff. She said all points to her.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, you and I can see the chat. The people at home can't see what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make sure we read out her messages.
Mm.
All right. Then the Good Brothers. Let's see here. Gallows was the legal man off of that, so we'll do Anderson first. He'll get 15 points for being on the winning team. He'll get 5 for competing, is 20. And he has... Sure, I'll go with the Tiff. I'm not going to argue with you. All right. Right, yes. Okay. Thank you for the point. It just 5 points instead, so it should have been 192. Anyway, yeah. So Anderson is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. He's going to get 5 for competing, is 20. And he's going to get 6 moves, is 26 points to Carl Anderson. 269. Luke Gallows is going to get 20 for winning the match. He's going to get 5 for competing, is 25. And 5 moves is going to be 30 points to Luke Gallows. $243. All right. All right, next we get a promo video for the Mixed Match Challenge. And then we go out to the ring. Jeff, would you like to ask the question?
Who wants to walk with Elias?
Thank you. So Elias sings a song about how Cleveland sports teams suck and about WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
He's then interrupted by Beauty and the Man Beast and has a one-on-one match against Rhino. Heath Slater is at ringside, and Rhino fairly quickly loses. So Heath will get accompaniment points.
All points to you?
I guess, yeah.
You have
Wait,
Elias, right?
I don't have Elias.
Oh, I thought you had Elias.
No, Blissful Reign of Justice has Elias.
Fair.
So get right at the top.
Fair.
I do have Beauty and the Man Beast, though.
You do have Beauty and the Man Beast.
So I get 5 points for Wayne. That puts him at 102. And there will be 5 points to Rhino for competing in this match. Rhino. What's Rhino at an even 100? Bam.
Bam, son.
Yes, son. Yes, son. All right. Elias gets 20 for competing, for winning, 5 for competing, and 2 moves. It's 27 points to Elias.
It's time to walk with Elias.
Yeah. That's 74, 84, and 7 is 291. Is Elias even doing anything at WrestleMania? Is he in the Battle Royal or something?
Probably.
Fair enough.
It's Elias. They have no faith in him.
Yep. Oh, Elias hits Slater with a drift away after the match, too. Elias has an extra move point. I didn't notice. He's actually at 292 then. Okay. Next up, we see replays of Cena calling out The Undertaker, Kane attacking him. And then we go to commercial and come back to John Cena versus Kane in a no disqualification match. Yeah, spoiler alert, Jeff, you don't win.
I know.
So they have a back and forth match that ends with John Cena winning via an AA on Kane through a table.
That's okay. Kane's fat, old, and out of shape.
He is.
This is Mayor Kane.
It is.
Kane needs to retire.
Fair enough.
Well, if he's not going to take it seriously, he needs to retire.
Yeah.
And he's obviously not taking it seriously because he's obviously not making the time to work out.
Mm-hmm.
He's just embarrassing himself now.
Still put on a hell of a match.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Cena carried him.
Yeah. Anyway. So this was the main event. So we'll start off with Kane here. Kane is going to get 5 points for being in this match. He's going to get 4 points for being in the main event is 9, and 3 points for being in a specialty match is 12. He's going to get 3 points for weapon used during the match is 15. And he's
Specialty match.
Already counted it.
Okay.
And he's going to get 4 moves.
Okay.
Is 19 points to Kane. Which becomes 18 plus 9 is 27. 127 for Kane. John Cena is going to get 20 points for winning this match. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match. He's going to get 9 for being in and winning the main event. Is 39. He's going to get 5 for competing. Is 44. He's going to get 3 for competing in a specialty match. Is 47. 3 for weapon use is 50. And 7 moves is 57 points to John Cena.
Did that include the move steal moves?
One, because he only did it once.
The choke slam.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
So 57. So that's going to put him at 450 points.
Fuck you, Cena.
And the top 10 for John Cena.
He's been in the top 10.
Well, he was out of it temporarily.
Oh. Fuck you, Cena.
Clap, 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 clap.
Did you give him promo points for the post-match promo?
I'm going to do that next. Cena cut a promo after the match asking The Undertaker to do something. Also, technically, should Cena get an OMG for putting Kane through a table?
Not unless you're giving Kane the same OMG points.
Why? He didn't put anybody through a table.
He put Cena through a table.
He did not.
Yeah, he did, because Cena tried to put him through the table earlier, and then Kane put him through. And he kicked out, and then Cena put him through the table with the AA and pinned him. The 2 tables were used. That's why, because Kane went out and got a second table and set it up and was going to put Cena through it, and Cena countered it into an AA and put him through.
Well, yeah, he threw Cena through the table. In fair enough. Well, in that case, it doesn't really matter. All right. So there we go. So yes, the program ends with John Cena cutting a promo saying he's disappointed not to hear anything from The Undertaker. No bells, no lights. He screams Undertaker's name, saying he's a coward, and every week sold-out crowds chant his name, and silence isn't an option. You need a yes or a no. Listen to the fans chanting for you. You only care about yourself, and you only have 1 week left to respond. I'm willing to go to WrestleMania as a fan, but I want a response. Cena goes to leave, and as he gets on the ramp, he looks into the camera, rolls his eyes, and does the throat-slitting motion.
Mm-hmm.
That's Raw goes off the air.
And Edge called Cena out on how bullshit and hokey that promo was. Yep, on the Pod of Awesomeness. He and Christian talked about it, but Christian was like, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't seen it yet. But Edge was like, yeah, it just felt completely off to him. Like, it was so hokey, and it was just, he was like, I can't really put my finger on it, but it didn't feel right. That coming out of John Cena. Like, it didn't feel natural. It didn't feel like something his character would do, and it didn't feel like something that was believable.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, Edge calling out WWE on how shit their storylines are.
Fair enough. Anyway, that is Raw. Let us go check the scores. Data. Bam. All right, in the lead at 69.53 is the Blissful Ride of Justice. Followed at 68.65, about 90 points behind, by the Balor Club Worldwide.
And you nowhere to be found.
And I'm down at 51.27.
Typity, typity.
Typity, typity. Uh, 26. It was a 26th on Monday, right? Yes, it was. Okay. Means SDL will be on 327, as will 205. Okay.
I'll swing back in my favor with SmackDown, though, because I have the SmackDown main event.
All right, well, let's go over to SmackDown then.
I have the entirety of the SmackDown main event.
Let's go to the SmackDown then. And SmackDown's coming from the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Try saying that 5 times fast.
No.
Smart. Anyway, we open up with a video package looking at Daniel Bryan being cleared to wrestle and then getting assaulted by Cammy last week.
Daniel Bryan.
Crap, 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 crap.
So, score.
Indeed. So we open up with Bobby Roode.
Glorious.
I won't give in till I'm victorious.
I'll be honest, I missed the beginning of SmackDown.
That's fair. So, Bobby Roode comes out, kicks it off.
This WWE Universe, I need a new partner.
Yep. Alongside Randy Orton, Jinder comes out with Sunil Singh, but his arm is in a sling. And Jinder says Sunil is in no shape to compete. And so he found a new partner, Rusev.
Okay, then.
Who comes out with Aiden English. So we have a tag team match play of Bobby Roode and Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev.
And I get 0 points. That's fucking wonderful.
Yep.
Fuck this feud.
Yep. Well, you could have kept Randy Orton, and you didn't.
Well, between him and who I decided to keep, I think I got the better deal.
Fair.
Because I kept AJ.
That's true. Anyway. So, let's see here. Now I've got to do some calculations. There's a lot of fucking people. I'm trying.
Yeah, what
Tiff.
she said.
I'm trying to go in order, Tiff. I am.
Go in order.
Clap, 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 clap.
Down the list.
Clap, 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 clap. All right, so no, I always go with the lessers first. So in English, we'll get accompaniment.
Well, do you think you should start with Sunil Singh and give him appearance points?
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that in a minute.
You lied.
And then Sunil Singh.
Sunil.
Yes. Sunil Singh is going to get 5 for accompaniment and then 6 for an interference. Is 11 points to Sunil. Those are the only accompaniers. So then it just goes to the people in the match. Okay, so the heels won the match off of Rusev with a Machka kick. On to Randy Orton. So we will go to the faces first. Bobby Roode and Randy Orton are going to get the exact same amount of points because they each hit 3 moves. So they're each going to get 5 for competing. Get 3 moves is 8 points to each of those men. I'm already down here, so Randy Orton is going to get 8 points. Him at 255. And Bobby Roode will get 8 points is 384. And the other team we have Jinder Mahal. Let's see. Jinder Mahal gets 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20. And 2 moves is 22 points to Jinder Mahal.
Gender.
Is 49, 59, 261. And then Rusev Machka. He'll get 20 points for winning this match. He'll get 5 points for being in it is 25. And he will get 1 move is 26 points to Rusev. So 26, that's going to be 77, 87, and 6 is 193. Bada boom.
Bada boom. Real Spokane in the room.
Bada boom, you're not on camera. What the hell? Or you could just disappear and not be part of the show. Fair enough. I'm all alone now. Well, not alone. Tiff's still here. You just can't hear her. Well, following the match, the heel celebrated in the ring. Yeah. No, he consciously muted. I heard him. So anyway, the heel celebrate in the ring, and then we go to commercial and come back to backstage where Jinder and Rusev talk about their win. Jinder is thrilled that they've won the match, and he offers to buy front row tickets to WrestleMania for Rusev and Lana. Well, for Rusev and Aiden, I should say, because Lana wasn't there with him. Aiden was. For Rusev and Aiden, and saying that when he wins back the United States title, they're going to be invited to his Punjabi celebration. It'll be huge. But Rusev counters with a thanks, but no thanks, because since he just pinned the U.S. champion Randy Orton, he's going to go ask Daniel Bryan to add him to the U.S. title match at WrestleMania. And it'll be glorious on Rusev Mania.
Fatal 4-way.
Yes, Jinder looks very unhappy about this as Sunil Singh takes off the sling on his arm, revealing he wasn't fucking hurt at all. So, promo to Jinder and to the 4 men that were in the match, basically. Well, the 2 men that were in the match and their sidekicks. Let me correct that. That's 5 points to Rusev. And 5 points to Aiden English. And 5 points to Jinder Mahal. And Sunil didn't actually say anything, so he's only going to get 3 points because he didn't talk. Alrighty. Well, let's continue on here. So after this all happens, we go to the locker room where AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura exchange words. Nakamura says that he wants AJ at his best at WrestleMania, and obviously AJ wants him at his best at WrestleMania. So he wants AJ in his corner for his match tonight, saying that, AJ, I need you in my corner tonight. And AJ says that he'll be out there, but it's not for Nakamura. It's because he doesn't want anyone getting in the way of their WrestleMania dream match. Promo to AJ and Shinsuke. All right. Next, we go to the ring for Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott. Of course, the Riott Squad are in tow for the match. So the Riott Squad are going to get themselves 5 points for accompanying, 6 for an interference is 11, and then 4 for an assault on Becky after the match. So that's actually going to be 15 points to the Riott Squad members that are not Ruby. And that would be 15 points to Sarah Logan. 89 and 5 is 194. And 15 points to, who's the other one? Oh, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Yep, I got it. 81 and 5 is 86. Okay. And then as for the match itself, Becky Lynch was the winner. So we'll do Ruby Riott first. Now, this was a really interesting match because as I'm reading the description here, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, neither woman hit any signatures or finishes in this match, and it ended off a roll-up.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Well, Becky attempted to disarm her, but Ruby reversed it, so there's no points for it.
Well, Ruby gets move points for reversing the disarm her.
Actually, sorry, let me correct that. Yeah, I guess technically she does. It was because of a distraction by the rest of the squad, but yeah, I guess she would technically still get that.
I got screwed out of move points, so that's great.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But anyway, Ruby Riott will get 5 for competing, and then 3 on that moves is 8 points to Ruby Riott. $222. Save us $222. And then Becky Lynch will get 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25, and that's it because there's no moves. That is 195. All right. Next up, Daniel Bryan comes out on stage and gets a mic. He talks about getting good news that he's medically cleared to return to the ring, but he's out here right now because he has a job to do as the GM and proposes one more opportunity for Sammy and Kevin. His idea is Kevin and Sammy versus Shane and Daniel at WrestleMania. He adds that he's sick of doing the tasks that only come along with being the GM, talking about he hates filling out paperwork. You know, he hates going to meetings. He hates wearing this stupid cardigan thing, whatever the hell this is. He's not going to do those things anymore. He's ready to fight at WrestleMania and kick Sammy and Kevin's asses. Very fired up Daniel Bryan. So promo to Daniel. You know, Bryan also adds, by the way, that should Kevin and Sammy manage to win this match, that they will get their jobs on SmackDown back. But if they do not, they will remain fired. All right, next.
I kind of hope they keep their jobs on SmackDown because it'd be kind of stupid and pointless for them to go back to Raw. I think Kevin Owens deserves to become the SmackDown champ at least once.
Okay. You're saying Sammy doesn't?
He does, but Kevin should have gotten the title within his first month of being on SmackDown.
Yeah, he's no AJ.
Still, that's still a travesty that he's never held that title.
Mm-hmm. Well, he wouldn't have got that title his first month of being on SmackDown. His first month of being on SmackDown, he was the U.S. champ.
He could still get it.
Yeah.
Double champion.
They don't do that.
Even no, I would say within the first month of him losing that title.
Fair. Except that when Jericho got beaten in a "you're fired" match, the title was up for grabs and he went after it again. Or he might have just beaten Jericho and taken it back. I can't remember. Either way, he was dealing with that. Anyway, moving on. Pre-tape promo by Gable and Benjamin, who complained about not having a match at WrestleMania yet, and they say they're going to make their own opportunity tonight against Nakamura. Promo to Gable and Benjamin. All right, we go to the broadcast table where Tom Phillips informs us Rusev has been officially added to the U.S. title match, making it a fatal four-way. If you're interested in wondering, Dirt Sheets report that Rusev was moved from the Andre the Giant Battle Royal to the U.S. title match because Rusev Day merchandise is selling like hotcakes.
Okay, then.
And they wanted him on the main show so they could sell merchandise at WrestleMania.
Right.
All right. So next up, we're joined by the New Day, who come down to the ring with mics and cut a promo on the Bludgeon Brothers, saying that they're trying to get in their way on the road to WrestleMania. And Xavier says they're going to take care of the Bludgeon Brothers tonight so they can focus on regaining their tag titles at Mania. So promo to the New Day. And then the aforementioned New Day, specifically Big E and Xavier, have a tag team match against the Bludgeon Brothers. Said match ends in a DQ when the Usos get involved. So, the Bludgeon Brothers have won the match by unintentional DQ because it was the them that got attacked by the Usos first. So,
Let's go, Usos.
clap, 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 clap.
Us. Oh.
Okay. So, an unintentional DQ win does not net any extra points for the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yay.
So the Bludgeon Brothers will just get themselves 5 points each for being in the match.
And you're being unconventional, going with the winners first.
I guess they did technically win. All right, fine. The New Day, it was not an intentional DQ loss, so they don't lose any points. So the New Day will just get 5 points each for being in the match.
No moves, huh?
I'm getting there. Big E will get 5 for being in the match.
Kofi.
Kofi was at ringside. He wasn't competing.
Oh, I thought he was. Yeah, I thought Xavier was.
No, Xavier was competing.
Okay.
So anyway, Big E will get 5 for that, which will be 192 for him.
Over to your boy Austin Creed.
Yeah, he's going to get 5, and then he had 3 move points, which was a reversal. So 8 points to Xavier. It's about 248. And then the Bludgeons are going to get 5 points each. What? 246?
Don't look at me.
No, 248, Tiff.
Yep. 5 and 3 is 8. Moving on.
Okay. Rolling along. So as we said, the Bludgeons will get 5 points each. Harper had 2 moves. Rowan had 1. So Harper will get 7 points. Rowan will get 6. Eric Rowan will get 6. $91. Okay. All right. And then the Usos will get interference of 6 points each. This becomes 195. And 6 for Jimmy puts him at 212. All right. So there we go. It is worth noting that the New Day were pretty much getting destroyed and were about to get assaulted with hammers right before the Usos got involved. The Usos and the New Day then argue after the match about the finish. Rowan and Hart were then running with the mallets, and everybody else skedaddles. We then see a replay of Daniel Bryan's announcement. Tom Phillips then announces that Sami Zayn, on behalf of himself and Kevin Owens, has accepted the challenge on Twitter. And also mentions that Shane McMahon has been released from the hospital. So that's good. We then have a one-on-one match between Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler. Fandango is at ringside dancing next to the Andre the Giant trophy. So Fandango will get accompaniment and interference against both people, including his own partner.
Even though his interference didn't do anything. Ziggler just completely ignored him and went on his business.
It was still interfering.
Wow.
It counts.
Wow.
I need the points.
Oh. Do you really need the points? Is it really going to make that much of a difference?
No. And it's not a difference. You might as well give me the points.
Oh.
So Fandango will get 11 points. It's been 95. All right. Then we got...
What do we got?
Well, let's see here. The winner of this match was Dolph Ziggler, so we'll do Tyler Breeze first. So Breeze will get 5 for competing, and 4 moves is 9 points to Tyler Breeze. $91. And then Dolph Ziggler gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25, and 2 moves is 27 points to Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler. Jeff wants to know what points Fandango got.
84 and 7 is 191. Fandango got 5 for accompaniment and 6 for interference. Is 11 total.
Moving on. Welcome to the Grunt Show.
All right. So following this, Ziggler super kicks Fandango at ringside for good measure and then poses next to the trophy. And then go to our main event of Shinsuke Nakamura versus Shelton Benjamin.
Which was actually a pretty good match.
Fair enough.
You didn't watch SmackDown, did you?
I did. Much of it as I could anyway. So Shinsuke versus Shelton. AJ and Chad are both at ringside for the match. And technically they were both involved in a interference because Gable interfered and then AJ pulled him off the apron to end the interference. So technically they both interfered.
Yeah.
So then AJ and Chad would both get 11 points.
Yep.
What'd it do?
Indeed.
All right, and then Chad Gable. See, it's 127. Okay. Wait, hang on. Is that right? Yeah, 227. Okay. Cool. Okay. And then let's see, Shelton is going to get 5 points for competing. He's going to get 4 for being in the main event is 9, and 1 move is 10 points to Shelton.
Woo.
Put him at 190. And Shinsuke Nakamura is going to get 20 points for being in this match. He's going to get 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 for competing is 34. And 6 moves is a nice even 40 points for Shinsuke Nakamura.
Just about to get uneven because there's more points to be had.
Puts him at 407. We go to the replays. Nakamura invites AJ into the ring after the match and says he didn't really need AJ's help. He just wanted to show AJ how he's going to beat him at WrestleMania. AJ says they're going to
see how I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania.
AJ says they're going to put on a clinic, but in his mind, the dream match goes differently because AJ still leaves as champion. He says he'll prove he's better than Nakamura, but Nakamura says AJ is too emotional, so he'll lose. Nakamura then leaves, and Gable and Benjamin attack AJ and beat him up. Nakamura then comes back for the save and suplexes Gable and kicks Benjamin in the face. Then looks like he's going to hit AJ with a Kinshasa, but doesn't do it, but gives an indication of knee to face.
This was the most brilliant thing ever because as AJ is recovering, Nakamura sees it and he does the whole like he's basically gearing up for the Kinshasa, and he does the whole and runs at him for the Kinshasa, jumps in the air like he's going to do it, and then just lands right in front of AJ's face. Who AJ sells it completely and beautifully, going, and Shinsuke just grins at him and goes knee and slaps his knee to face and puts his hand in front of AJ's face, and then he pats AJ on the head and, like a little kid, and walks away.
Yeah,
it's fucking brilliant. Also, finally WWE does with Nakamura what they should have done from the beginning, because this entire segment after the match, Nakamura pulled out his mouth guard so you actually understood what the fuck he was saying. I've been saying from the beginning, if he's going to cut a promo, tell him to take the damn mouth guard out. Finally, he took the damn mouth guard out.
He did.
This is one of my favorite promos in a long time. It was a great promo.
Fair enough.
You didn't like it?
It was a good promo.
But yeah, salt to American Beta and Shinsuke. Promo to Shinsuke and AJ Styles.
Yep. So let's see here. Yeah, promo to Shinsuke and AJ.
And if you're going to do Shinsuke, give him the assault points too.
Yep. So 5 is 9. So 3 is 416. And then AJ gets a promo.
Yep.
Is for 52. And then an out of match assault to Gable and Benjamin.
Yep.
Is for 31. And Shelton Benjamin. Okay. And there we go.
Woot itch.
Indeed.
To the happy totals.
Yep. Let's go over to the document. Refresh. All right. So, in the lead at 70-48 is the Blissful Ride of Justice. Only
Damn
30,
it!
Only 30 points, 32 points separating the two teams.
How the fuck? Oh, that's bullshit.
She had the entire opening match.
I had the entire main event.
Yeah, but her match had way more people in it.
Did it? It only had 4 people.
Yeah. But 2 of your guys weren't competing. They were just hanging out and interfering and shit.
That's true.
Lest we forget.
But the main event stuff should have made up for that anyway.
You would think, but not so much. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
Typity, go.
I'm typity-typitying. Shut up.
No, you're not. I can see what you're doing. Don't lie to me. Do not forget, the entire world can see what you are not doing. Do not lie.
All right, let's go to the 205 Live.
Indeed. With Drake Maverick.
Pretty much. All right. So here we go with the 205. Again, also coming from Pittsburgh, or same arena that SmackDown's in. So we introduce everything and get our intro video, and we open up with an opening match of Mark Andrews versus Tony Nese. And Mark Andrews wins that match via a shooting star press.
Wow, okay.
Worth noting that both of these gentlemen are were eliminated by Drew Gulak in the tournament. And yeah, Mark Andrews is kind of new here, but getting a push. And I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that on the independent circuit he was managed by a dude named Rockstar Spud.
No, nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Anyway.
Favoritism.
Clap, 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 clap. So, yes. So, Tony Nese is going to get himself 5 points for being in this match. And that's about it. That's 103.
Do we even have Marky Mark on the list?
He's on the bottom down here. So I thought, yeah, Mark Andrews. There he is. All right, Mark Andrews gets 20 for winning a match. He gets 5 for competing. And then he gets 7 moves. So that's 32 points. Mark Andrews. So that's become 74. 76 points. Okay. Works for me. We got to the back where the aforementioned Drew Gulak is watching the match on a monitor. And after winning, Drake Maverick agrees to give Mark Andrews a match against Gulak next week. Dasha Fuentes catches up with Gulak, and he says that he's sorry for hurting Mark's feelings in the tournament when he held on to his submission a tad too long. But he's the best submission specialist in the WWE. And if you step up to him, you will tap out.
If that isn't a direct challenge to Daniel Bryan, I don't know what is. Because I think Daniel Bryan would say, wanna bet? Or, you know, Charlotte, or Natalya, or Becky Lynch, or Sasha Banks.
Or Samoa Joe.
Or Samoa Joe. Yeah, the Samoan submission machine. Or, you know, the general manager of Raw.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would make you tap out in about 5 seconds flat, dude.
Fair enough. Promo to Drew Gulak.
Yep. Or, you know, TJ Perkins.
Yeah.
You know, his finishing move is the rolling E-bar.
It is, but let's be honest, he's been way more using the detonation kick lately.
Well, that's because the knee bar is like his face finisher.
Yeah. Next, we come to the back.
AJ Styles.
Yeah. That too.
Calf crusher.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, continue.
Yes. So, we come back to Drake Maverick, who conducts an interview with Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali, who sit on either side of a table with a felt cloth on it on which rests the Cruiserweight Championship.
Dun, dun, dun.
They're both blown away that they've reached WrestleMania and will get to face a friend. Cedric says he's planning on making his daughter proud when he wins the belt, and Mustafa calls him on that because that's not how his story usually ends. Alexander's pen usually runs out of ink.
Wow.
He says he's writing his own story, and he plans to raise the belt over his head at Mania. He asks what Alexander is willing to do to change his story, and Seth promises to stomp out the heart of 205 Live, and Ali says that's what he'll have to do. They clasp hands to end the segment. Promo to Cedric and Ali. $5.55 for Cedric.
Is it wrong that this is probably the match that I'm most excited for at WrestleMania?
It's called quality booking, my friend.
It's called Triple H, my friend.
Not that too.
Fuck you, Vince.
Yeah. Anyway, moving along. And next up, we have the only other thing that happened on the program, because it's a short-ass show.
Please tell me it's points for me.
It is our main event match, and it is a fatal four-way featuring TJP, Akira Tozawa, Kalisto, and Buddy Murphy. That was booked by Drake Maverick last week with a hint that the winner may or may not end up in line for a title shot after WrestleMania.
Okay.
And the winner of this match came out to be Buddy Murphy.
Damn it.
After a Murphy's Law to TJP.
Damn it. Well, I just got fucked this week.
Yeah, well. And I do like the fact here that the recapper here apparently was not the regular recapper for the program. Sean Reuter was filling in here.
Okay.
And I made a note down here that, honestly, trying to recap thing is beyond me. I don't know how Rev Claire does it half the time. So I just mentioned it was 15 super fun minutes of wrestling, notable for TJP's crazy multi-person submissions. Murphy out-lucha-ing Kalisto at times. And a great structure which allowed storylines to be advanced. Largely with the Lucha House Party versus Tozawa and Tommy feud. And Tozawa and Kalisto bickering helped clear the ring so Buddy could finish things off with a corkscrew dive on all three men. And then after surviving a roll-up, the sweet Murphy's Law onto TJP. So, this is a main event specialty match, so that's going to be a base of 5 plus 4 plus 3 is 12. So base of 12 here, so we're going to go with 12 to everybody except Buddy Murphy, because he's the only one that notably hit moves. Even though I'm sure others may have, they're not recapped here, so I can't score them.
He did mention TJP with several multi-man submissions.
Yeah, but we don't know if those were signature submissions or not.
Fucking bullshit. Do
Clap,
your
clap,
job.
clap, clap.
Fucking bullshit. Do your job.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to be 12 points to Akira Tozawa. It'll be 134. And 12 points to Kalisto. 154. And 12 points to TJP. Yes, 69 is 171. And lastly, Buddy Murphy. Going to get a fuck ton of points here. Let's see. He's going to get 20 points for winning the match. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match. That's 30. He's going to get 9 for being in and winning the main event is 39. 5 for actually competing in a match is 44. And 2 moves is 46 points to Buddy Murphy. And 6 puts him at 104. Bam. And that's the show, folks. Let's take a look at our final scores for the week. Data refresh them. All right, in the lead by 3 points.
What? How did that
is
happen?
the blissful riot of justice.
She got by far more points than I did for 205 Live. What the hell?
Apparently not.
Or does she not have anyone in the main event?
Well, let's see my process of elimination here.
I have TJP and Tozawa and fucking Buddy Murphy's not on anyone's roster.
And I have Kalisto.
So she had no. Okay, I thought she had someone in the main event. Fair enough.
So no, she had nobody in the main event. She had Tony Nese in the opening match. That's what she had.
That's how I caught up. It's because I actually had people in the main event. Fair enough.
Yeah, you had people in the main event, and plus you got a Cedric and Ali promo.
Right.
And I got a Drew Gulak promo and a Kalisto participation award.
Right, and who had Nice's opponent?
Nobody. He's at the bottom. It was Mark Andrews.
Oh, right. Fair enough. So the people with all the points went to nobody. That's hilarious.
Yeah, the 2 match winners went to nobody because they're not on the roster yet.
I do not envy you, my friend.
Yeah, well.
Because you are going to hold basically the fate of the winner in your hands.
Well, we're going to figure it out. Three points.
I'm going to predict it right now. At the end of the day, you will piss somebody off.
We shall see. All right, and there we go. Let's go to the leaderboards.
Lead.
All right, top of the leaderboards is still the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman.
Damn it.
Who's at 586, followed by Cedric Alexander at 555. AJ Styles coming in at 552, followed by Seth Rollins, dropped from second all the way down to fourth. Finn Balor clocking in at 515, followed by Roman Reigns, the big dog, at 458. Asuka coming in at 457, followed by John Cena at 455. Sami Zayn at 419, followed by Shinsuke Nakamura at 416. Rounding out the top 10. So there is your top 10 and your program. Bam. So there you have it, folks. So this has been another week of shenanigans, as it always is. We will see you next week for the go-home show before WrestleMania, our season finale. How about that?
Right. And then post-season finale, do keep an eye out for format changes because what we're doing cannot continue. It is way too goddamn fucking long.
Yeah, we'll work that out.
So be prepared for more content out of necessity, folks.
We'll see. Well, I mean, we did 4 hours tonight. That's not bad. It's not even 4 hours because we started an hour late. It was only 3. We started after midnight. So it's only 3 hours tonight. That's not terrible for a video, for something like this. That is that people mostly need to listen to. They don't really need to watch anything because they get treated like a podcast.
True. But we'll see.
Indeed. So, that said, we will see you next week. WrestleMania predictions, all kinds of good stuff going down. We will suss it all out and prepare for the finale and for the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. Thank you, two, for joining me, as always. I greatly appreciate it. We'll see you next time, folks.
I am a Celtic warrior.
Yes, with love, the Queen of Hearts from Tiff. Thank you. Peace out, everybody.